need that sports encyclopedia. U.S. Steve Kim. Got Trent in the cut.
What a you?
He's the best.
Yeah.
He's a master motivator.
I'm a master motivator. I ain't no regular ass motivator. I'm a fucking master.
Coaches tried to make practice so hard that the game was less intrusive. Like they coached you that way. Like people think, well, they were just yelling. No, they were trying to put you under stress and put you in under duress so that when you got in the game, you could mentally handle adversity.
If you go through JUCO and you make it out of JUCO, you can make it anywhere.
I respect the hell out of you to see that you're doing what you're doing and still doing what you're doing for real, the way you do it, man. You said from day one you had the same enthusiasm. You keep the same enthusiasm, and it's fucking contagious.
In my opinion, I think Shadur Sanders is the best deep ball in college football. I don't think
he's. Can you just say something nice about Shadur Sanders?
I love talking ball. It's nice to connect with guys that are like-minded and just are real and genuine.
And I'll proudly stand up next to you all. God bless America.
You said belt to ass, T-Red. You got the belt around you. Coach JB Show.
Yes, we're in the building. It is Talk That Talk and Walk That Walk. It is Work Boot Wednesday. We are in the building. Strap up your hard hats and your work boots. And Shaun King joins us at about 8 a.m. Pacific to discuss NFL free agencies and QB possible moves. This show is powered by BetUS, so head on over there today. Use the promo code CoachJB and get you a 150% bonus up to $2,000. Plus protection. We'll get into the show right after this. So we got a lot going on today in the political world, of course, after Donald Trump made an hour and 45-minute speech last night that half the country liked, half the country didn't like. That's just what politics are. But as a patriot myself, I just got to be honest. The Democratic Party's dislike of Donald Trump has nothing to do with the guests that were being honored last night. I think and hope most of you understand and agree to that. They deserve the honor they were given. And the Democrats reached a whole new low by essentially ignoring those individuals. And I thought it was appalling myself. It has nothing to do with the other. One has nothing to do with the other. You can hate me, you can hate Smitty, you can hate Trump, you can hate Biden. It really doesn't matter. I think one thing that we agree on is America needs to be tighter than divided. And I don't think we are at all. We're even further apart than we've been. But they're good at cutting off their nose to spite their face, the Democrats, that is. So I guess I shouldn't be surprised after watching what I witnessed last night. The Democratic Party has effectively proved their party has zero leadership, no leaders whatsoever. And their behavior last night was absolutely embarrassing. And anyone who isn't ashamed needs a serious reevaluation as to how they see humanity. And if they live in the right country, which we call America, the United States of, and should probably leave and go to Ukraine or one of these other countries that they're so fucking adamant about helping. The mother of 12-year-old Jocelyn Nungare, who was slain by an illegal immigrant criminal, just slammed the Democrats for refusing to clap for her family, as well as Laken Riley, who walked across a university campus in the University of Georgia, who was also slain and murdered by an illegal criminal. And they called them cowards. I thought that was very shameful for not standing up for those individuals. Then you had a 13-year-old brain cancer victim who they wouldn't even stand for. If anybody thinks that's okay and it's humane, you got to have to evaluate yourself, dog. Me and Smitty come on here and argue about the right and the left and all that shit, and we joke a lot about it, and we also get into heated arguments about it. He knows where I stand. I know where he stands. It's all good. That's what the debate is. Disagreements are for. But I think if Smitty and I were in the room, we both would have stood for those individuals. I truly believe it. It was an utter slap in the face to see these mothers and the mother to DJ and all these special guests who the Democrats couldn't be bothered to honor and stand up and not even applaud for was disgusting. These people should have their titles taken, kicked out of Congress, and should never speak for you again, us again, the American people again. There's nothing political about supporting the people that were getting honored last night. Nothing political at all about it. It's just humanity, humane thing to do. And I'm appalled at the lack of decorum, professionalism, and common courtesy that we showed last night. They have officially destroyed themselves, the Democratic Party, that is. Good luck saving face after that disgusting display. Here's the end, and I'll get Smitty in here. The Democratic Party is how I grew up, is what I grew up with. And my father would be turning over in his grave, as I wrote on Twitter last night, if he knew what this party had become. They have literally divided this nation and now are showing the world who they truly are. Last night was a slap in this country's face. They didn't stand up to keep men out of women's sports, voted 45-0. And then yesterday had the gall to show up in pink advocating for women. Now make that make fucking sense. You vote 45-0 to keep men out of sports. You want men in women's spaces. And then last night you show up in pink as if you're a women advocate to brainwash the public who watch you. It's absolutely disgusting. And you guys are fucking demonic. I'm just going to be real. You didn't stand up for no taxes on Social Security. So my mother and everyone else that has Social Security will continue to lose $1,300, $1,400, $1,500 a year, which is appalling. They didn't stand up for lower taxes for us Americans, contrary to belief. You guys want to talk about, go read the, blah, blah, blah. They just want to get rid of Social Security. They just want to get rid of lower taxes. No, they voted against it. Go look it up. They looked bitter and miserable last night with zero regard for us Americans, as they hate the sitting president so much they could care less about anything I mentioned above. But what do I know? Let's dive into my main man, my co-host extraordinaire, Naptown legend, Far East Sider, 317, LeBron hairline having, Lamar Jackson loving, AR5 defending, and Caitlin Clark rocking. Big Smitty joins the show.
Yeah, what's going on, y'all? What's going on, y'all? We live, baby. Hump day, middle of the week. Side note, y'all. I was sitting there listening to JB's intro. I was getting my water and everything. I started hearing some screaming, so I turned the laptop down real quick. And I was trying to be nosy. It's a couple over here having a crazy argument right now. I have to make sure wasn't nobody pulling nothing out. Everything was cool. Everything was copacetic. They get after it right now. Hey, girl, shut the F up. Get your mother F and call and get up. They going at it right now, boy. I'm really in the hood still. Like, I got to watch my back, but everything's smooth.
Brothers?
I can just hear their voice. I can't see them yet. I can't hear the voice.
You know by voice.
Nah, it's hard though. I can't tell if it's like a American-born Mexican who like Americanized now, or it's a brother. He might be mixed. That's why.
You know what I do? I put my headphones on and do the show. I wouldn't give a fuck if they killed the motherfucking self. I don't get into people's business. Nope.
That's how I'm just being nosy for me. I was listening. I ain't go outside and say, "Hey, stop doing that." I just listen real quick. That's black people shit. We gonna listen. We gonna see what's going on. Hey, you hear them?
You sure they not fucking?
Nah. Nah. I heard some stuff like they're outside. She going crazy. Motherfucker, get in the car. Get in the car right now. I know what fucking sound like. But anyway, man, we here live on the show, man. We got high stakes takes, Dave C, King David Cartel, Nate Dogg, Jay Steezy, Chris DeBono, Jared M, Robo and Mojo, and high functioning golf addict, all in the show right now, man. We live. Hit that subscribe button, become a member. We in the Discord every day now, going crazy. I was in there last night.
Yes, yesterday. I was in there all day yesterday.
It was wild last night.
Yeah, yesterday was wild too. Let's dive into this show brought to you by BetUS. Head on over there today for Smitty and I and use our promo code Coach JB. 150% bonus up to $2,000. Plus, head on over to Skybox Sports. You see the ticker behind me. If you want it for your man cave or your office or your business office or your small business office, unless you're in LA and the bums are taking over your small business, you can go on over right here to skyboxsports.net and use my promo code Coach JB. Skyboxsports.net. If you want to get that ticker, you can ask Cam Newton, Gilbert Arenas. We all have the same ticker. And shout out to Skybox Sports. Smitty, crazy night. Politics obviously always is out there when football season's over. So we got Stephen A. Smith on the title of our thumbnail because after last night, and we watched this display of, I don't know what you want to call it, patriotic or lack thereof patriotism. Stephen A. said Stephen A. may be the front runner for the Democratic Party and has a better vote. He has better ratings right now than Kamala Harris had. But he came out and said, Smitty, I would not qualified. No way I'm running. And he's been kind of going hard at the left, the Democratic Party for some reason, and went after Joey Behar. We're going to do a what's happening now later on to discuss that one. But it's kind of interesting on what he does. He's kind of like, he's kind of both ways, I guess. I don't know. Interesting guy on ESPN. I'm curious, back in the day, you and I growing up, we would have saw a guy take these stances and be fired at a major network like ESPN when they involve politics involved in sports. I remember cats used to be getting fired. He's been a lot of political shows lately. It's crazy. I don't know. That's Disney, though.
I about this the other day. Stephen A. and now Pat McAfee. I think he's too powerful right now at ESPN.
Yeah.
Those two. Especially, Stephen A. doing this at that. People can say what they want about Stephen A., their opinions and all that stuff, but he's at the top when it comes the chain when it comes to the sports analysts, whatever world entertainment, whatever. He at the top. He been at the top for a little minute. So ESPN, that'd be crazy to let him go. He's probably their biggest draw. So I just think leverage is everything. So.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's just funny how the world's changed. We've kind of conceded to social media and how that shit goes nowadays, I guess. I don't know. The Lakers get another big win last night, blowing out the Pelicans, even though Zion finally showed up. Looks like he's about 30 pounds lighter, banged on somebody through the lane. The Lakers just Zion
really a dog, man. If Zion just stay healthy, I don't know, man. He's still young as hell, too. I feel like people have given up on him because of all the just different stuff. But every time Zion plays, he hoops. There's never been a time where he's been like, he ain't that good. He always hoops. The problem is that he don't stay on the court long enough for us to see it for a long time.
Just so heavy. Looks so heavy.
That's always been my thing. He's so heavy, He's been heavy his whole life hooping, and nobody's ever been able to stop him. Like I
don't know where he's been heavy. When has he been heavy? I watched the kid. He's never was heavy. Well, I don't know what you're watching.
Well, maybe depends how you define heavy. I'm saying Zion has always been a thicker built guy. So he's never been like just slim kids. What I'm saying.
He was in shape, lean though. He was lean and looked nice. He came into the league as a rookie, still looked lean and nice. Look at his rookie year.
He was too big then.
After that. Oh, my goodness.
They were saying he was too big when he got drafted, JB. They were saying he could lose weight then. That was always been a talk from day one.
That was that offseason when he got drafted that he gained weight, and I was like, that's normal. I thought that was normal.
I remember that because I was a big Zion. Zion was the last time I was really watching college basketball on the regular. Because he bought that.
But you watch Zion in college.
About it, like,
but if you watch him in college, you see his body in college. That Duke, this ain't it. Like I know if you go back and look at KG in college or in high school, and then he goes to the league.
Everybody get bigger. Shaq looked different. Everybody looked different.
Yeah, they all got he got
you become a man.
But he got stomach fat for the first time I've seen overnight. He got real round around the waist, and I was like, damn. And then you start seeing all the soft tissue injuries that he had, and then after that, Smitty, I don't care how old you are. If you get soft tissue injuries, you're going to gain weight, homie. You're going to gain weight. He blew the fuck up, and now he's trying to get it off. And you know how hard it is to lose weight and how easy it is to gain weight. He's struggling right now. Hopefully the best happens for the kid, but he was an exciting talent. We were comparing him to LeBron and all this old shit, and we haven't really seen anything.
He's to watch still. He a dog. He just got to stay healthy. Like, I don't know if you spent time really watching him play. He really, they can't really stop him really. He's so explosive and big, but like to your point, he got to figure it out. So we'll see. But the Lakers won though, regardless. So
big too. Wasn't even close. I don't think it was even close. They were up 20, 22. I bet it on Bet US actually. They were up. They were up big. Nah, I didn't bet just them. I bet them fucking Knicks and Steph, who we're gonna talk about later. Who I think should be in the GOAT conversation, but we had that argument. We'll bring that up. Who lit up Madison Square Garden. Jimmy Butler has made the Golden State Warriors a serious contender. They moved out of the play-in to the number 6 seed, and I can see them and the Lakers battling it out in the West now. We'll see.
I was thinking about that yesterday. I was like, man, like, wouldn't there be the two veteran teams out West end up seeing each other in the Western Conference Finals to decide who goes back to the NBA Finals just one last time? I think the Warriors are like 13-1, or I think 13-1 since Jimmy has joined. So it's literally been like an instant, it's worked instantly. And it makes sense. Jimmy Butler's a guy, he's a 3-and-D guy. Decent three-point shooter, but he's a defensive guy. He's a guy who can get to the rim. He's physical, he's tenacious, he's smart. So it's a seamless fit. I didn't think it was gonna work this well, I'm not gonna lie, but they're rolling. It seems like Steph has had like a new energy about him too. So, but he said we'll dive into that a little bit later.
Yeah, shout out to LeBron. I don't give LeBron too much credit ever because I think he's I'm not a LeBron guy. That's just my opinion. I'm a Kobe guy. When you're a Kobe guy, I don't think you could ever be a LeBron guy. It just doesn't make sense. But last night he became Player of the Month in the NBA. At 40 years old, he's the Player of the Month, and he was the Player of the Month in 2005, Smitty.
Yeah, that's crazy.
It's the first time ever with a 20-year spread, 20-year gap, that a man was a Player of the Month in 05 and the Player of the Month in 25.
It's insane.
That means he's still at the top of the game, which is crazy. And regardless if you don't like the guy or not, like myself, that's special feat regardless in the sports world. If you're a sports advocate, if you're a sports guy, then that's just something you should talk about. Plus, I think at the same time he hits 50,000 point mark, which I believe is a little bit skewed. It's a little bit overskewed for me. Longevity is a bitch, but 50,000 points will never be matched again, in my opinion. And it is what it is. Here's why, Smitty. Guys don't play anymore. Shaun Salisbury and I were talking about this on his show on Paved yesterday. That it'll be on again today, 12 noon Pacific. 3 Eastern on Rumble. You can catch Shaun Salisbury and I on that show. Like Smitty, the pitchers now, the max they're pitching is 5 2/3 inning. Where back in the day, they would smoke a cigar, drink some whiskey, take a night, stay out all night, and the next morning get up and pitch a fucking doubleheader.
Right.
Nowadays, they can't pitch 5 2/3 innings without coming out, icing their shit, blah, blah, blah. They used to have to pull Tom Glavine out of a game. Roger Clemens, Nolan Ryan, you'd have to pull him out when the manager came out to get him. He would be like, "Fuck that! I'm finishing this game." Nowadays, motherfucker, as soon as he walks out, the guy's already walking back into the thing. He wants out. That's why the 50,000 point mark will never be challenged, in my opinion. Like because of the same thing, American sports, man. To me, I've been saying, these guys are getting overpaid and under delivering, and when we overpay you, guess what? You take advantage of it, man. And I think, and it might not even be their fault, dog. It's just bottom line is they're taking full advantage of being paid with less, having to do less. And that's just our fault. We paid them. So if the grown man in the room, paid them.
I hear that. To me, the reason why the record probably will never get broken is because it's just a very tough record to break. We got to think. Kareem record just got broke, last year? So to think about how long he's held that record. And how many great players has came in along the league, how many great scorers has came to the league, and Kareem record just got broken after all this time. So if it took that long for Kareem record to get broken, LeBron, he's look like he's still in his prime right now. The way he's hooping, I don't know when he's gonna retire. We all think it's gonna be next year. It might not. It might be 2, 3, 4 more years. He might end up playing with his other son Bryce, like on a serious note. So it's like, damn, he might get it to damn near 60,000 points. And then what we gonna say? So I mean, to me, listen, I'm not a LeBron guy either, but I'm an athlete and I know sports, and what he's doing right now is crazy.
And it's lower, and nobody's watching it, which is crazy. Nobody's even watching the game anymore. The lowest viewership, I'm saying overall, Barkley and then we're talking about last night on TNT, lowest viewership, and you're seeing a guy like LeBron have Player of the Month, and how many people really see it? Like compared to what they would have seen it in 05 when the NBA was at an all-time high. Nowadays, it's at an all-time low. It's crazy. Space we're in. I think sports in general, it's just so much going on. Social media and all these fucking young cats out here.
Young cats don't sit around. Like, listen, we go in on the NBA and a lot of stuff, and there's definitely some flaws that they need to fix. But I've been like actually back watching it. They're competing, they're getting ready for the playoffs. It's actually been a good product. But to me, the young kids, the new generation, or whatever, they have a super short attention span. They're not about to. You're not going to get them to sit down in one place for 2.5 hours, 3 hours, and just watch one thing. They're not going to do it. They're going to be on their phone. They're going to leave. They
Why is
watch
that?
Highlights then watch the full game.
Why do you think that is?
Social media. I think this generation grew up 100% with computers and internet and social media. They're not getting taught how to write in cursive in 3rd grade no more. They're getting tablets handed to them since just right out the gate. You see babies who can't even talk yet with phones now and playing around, and they're figuring out how to use it and playing games like just out the gate. There's no that's their direct thing. At least with my generation, we were like half and half. We grew up, played outside, didn't have phones, didn't have social media. Then as we got a little older, MySpace was the first kind of example of social media, but even that was a little different. It's not like everything is right now. But we kind of were slowly introduced to it to where I kind of saw half and half of both. This new generation know that all they know is technology and social media, and because of Instagram and TikTok and the way that the just these platforms work, it's all about funny, good content in the least amount of time. What can you do in 20 seconds? What can you show me in 30 seconds? What's the 1 minute, best 1 minute of this video? So they're just scrolling all day, laughing all day for 5 hours just doing this. They're not gonna sit down and watch no 3-hour product. So I just
to your point though, we got congresswomen and ladies doing TikTok videos in the fucking Oval Office, homie. It's unbelievable, dog. Like I just think the professionalism has gone out the door for both parties, right, left. I don't give a fuck. We got fucking people in the Oval Office doing TikTok videos and shit, either during campaigns or actually during a fucking presidential speech. I'm like, what the fuck are we looking at? I thought this was a joke. I thought this was somebody acting as her. That's her. I was like, hold on, who is this? I was like, that is not fucking Jasmine Crockett, the congresswoman, right? They were like, yeah, it is. I see you bullshitting, homie. I don't give a fuck what side you're on. Like, what? I never seen it, homie. My boy, though.
Black people shit. Hey, it's my boy, though. Looking ass. That's kind of funny. He said all that. Yeah, I've never seen nothing like this. Unprofessional, could be right or left. I know that ain't Jasmine Crockett. Is that Jasmine Crockett? Ain't no way. Her fine. Ain't no way that. It is my boy, though.
What you got Compton in the house. That shit crazy to me. That shit was absolutely crazy to me. But that's TikTok. To Smitty's point, that's TikTok now. I think but I'm gonna be honest. 1 in 32 people have autism now. Used to be 1 in 1,011. Like that's something wrong. Something's wrong. I don't know what it is. I think it's fact. Let me check it out. Let me Google it.
I don't know. I've never studied autism stuff like that, so I don't know. I know in your free time you do a lot of research on stuff like that, autism, stuff like that.
1 in 36.
All right.
According to the CDC, 1 in 36 kids in America have diagnosed with autism. That shit is unbelievable to me, homie. 1 in 36, homie. That's crazy. And it's crazy, 4 in every 100 are boys. So that's crazy to me, bro. I'm going to be honest, that's telling. I don't know if that's correlated to your point. Quick and fast and can't sit there for long and sit there. And I know ADHD is also tied into this, and there's there's OCD, and there's all these other fucking things we've tabbed onto these kids. You know what we used to have when I was growing up? The same shit. But you know what we weren't allowed to do? Bitch about it. Am I wrong, homie? Like, my daddy used to say, get the boy, focus your motherfucking ass up. Like, you know, I'm pretty sure I was ADHD, Smitty. I was probably, you and I both have been.
Go outside and play, motherfucker. Don't come back in the house to the street like, come on.
We both been caught before, like probably daydreaming, right?
I still do it.
My daddy, get your motherfucking ass up. And oh, shit. Nowadays, guess what happens? Oh, son, are you okay? You have autism? Have you been diagnosed? Let's take you to the doctor right away. Let's go get you checked out. You have ADHD. Now we got to go get you 17 different pills. You imagine? I said, Dad, can I get a pill? Fucking pill. Here, motherfucker, Budweiser. Like, dog, the game has changed, homie. I don't give a fuck what anyone want to say. Fact. I didn't have time to think.
Which method is the correct method? Get your parents that fucking say you cross your head in your beard, or go to the doctor to get evaluated?
Hell yeah, because now you're dependent on pills and shit, and now we're seeing 1 in 32 motherfuckers got autism, and we got motherfuckers. See, I'm just telling you, you know why? You know why cats don't have no fucking attention span anymore? And like, to your point, video game, it ain't just social media and the phone. It's the fact that we don't go out and play no more. You don't play hoops in the street. All the basketball courts are empty. There's no one playing football out. 2-hand touch, street ball, fucking turkey ball, fucking nothing. Nobody's out there just playing hoop, 3-on-3, even fucking simple horse.
Yeah.
Now you got 21, whatever it is. You know why? Because we used to have to go do that, exert all that energy, and then come in, do homework, fucking wash your hands, eat dinner, or whatever it is your family did, and then watch the game, sit down and say,
yeah, you're right.
Your dad would be like, come on, son, let's watch Kareem. Fucking skyhook right here. Sit right here. Like, I'm talking about 9, 10, 11, 8, whatever years. Like, I don't know, man. I just think that
you hit the nail on the head. We agree on that 100%. Like, we had no choice but to go outside and focus on that and be detailed and figure out as a young boy how to navigate just being outside and playing in sports and getting in fights and arguing. And then, like you said, all right, now I got to focus on dinner and make sure I'm doing like we didn't watch TV to the end. You know what I'm saying? Really, like, you know, that was a small part of your life. Now it's 100, and it's not just the kids. I'm partially. You blame me. We all do it now because it's like we ain't got no choice almost. Like we just constantly everything's on your phone, everything's on this. So you're either on this or you on the TV or both all day now. All day, you know. That's why I try to work out often because that's the one like hour that I have where I'm not really on my phone outside of just like listening to music. I'm not really on my phone. It's like peaceful. I actually feel better, JB, when I'm not on my phone for like a long period of time because all day, whether it's with my job, whether just for personal, just reasons scrolling, the phone is just constantly in your hand. You're looking at it, and I'm not a scientist, I'm not a doctor. I think it really does do something to your brain though. Because even my memory, I'm like, man, what's so-and-so name? It'd be easy stuff I'd be forgetting now. When I was younger, that was never an issue. It would trigger immediately. Now my memory's like, I don't know, man. It's keeping that for sure.
Yeah, it's sad. I miss the old days, let me tell you. But anyway, let's dive into the quote of the day, brought to you by BetUS. Head on over there today. Use the promo code CoachJB. Get 150% bonus on your first deposit up to $2,000. Smitty, when you choose to speak the truth, expect to be lied about.
Let me think about what he just said for a minute.
Yeah, because I do it all the time. When I say it, I get lied about. I said it all the time. Told kids, hey, man, listen, man. You're going to probably be fired on your first day when you miss, so make sure you don't miss here. I'm teaching you. And then I got fired because they said Oh man, JB racist. JB told him this. I'm just saying,
Okay.
when you tell the truth, expect to be lied about.
That's a good quote right there. I'm not going to rank it, but it's just a good quote. It's something that, you know,
Why wouldn't you rank it? Why wouldn't you rank it?
it's made me better because it's not in the top 250. So I don't want to like disrespect you and go too low. It's a solid quote though, something that was necessary. Chat, let me know, how would you guys rank that? Members only. How would y'all rank this one? Robo and Mojo, another gym. Top 5. Wow, okay, Robo Mojo. You must be young. Good quote though, something that was really necessary.
When you choose to speak the truth, expect to be lied about, Smitty. Contrary to brought to you by Prize Picks. Head on over there. Contrary to belief segment. Smitty, people will lie, knowing they're lying, knowing you know they're lying, and still lie. Contrary to belief.
Now, for contrary to belief, that's top 20. For contrary to belief, it's a separate category. You got quote of the day, contrary to belief. Contrary to belief, that's top 20. Say it again.
People will lie, knowing they're lying, knowing you know they're lying, and still lie.
That sounded better the second time. I mean, that's hard. That's hard. That might be top 15. The more I'm thinking about it, it's hard.
Somebody said top 17.
Know they're lying. Know you know that they lying and still lie. That's hard, gangster. Is that top 10, Chow? Is that top 10?
Nah, contrary to belief. You do it. It's too late.
Change his answer.
The ranking's not based on chat. You have the ranking.
No, I
when
didn't
you hear it.
This is me thinking. This is me thinking, bro. I had to say it 2 more times. Like, it didn't register the first time. You said, then I said it. Now, top 10 alert. Top 10 alert. That's hard, bro. Think about what you just said, JB. People will lie. Know that they're lying. Know that you know that they're lying and still lie.
Smitty hyped on this one. We might just stay on this topic the whole day. We might stay on this topic the whole show.
Yeah, I don't want to talk about nothing else. Like, your homie will really lie. He'll know that he's lying, right?
He know he's lying. You know when you lie. You know when you lie.
I know he lying. And he know that I know he lying. And the motherfucker still.
Smitty is really fascinated. Smitty actually fascinated by this one.
Shit hard. Damn.
Hey, you said top 10. Give me the 9 before it real quick. Just shout them out because you know.
We'll do it on Friday. We'll do it on Friday.
Poll question, Smitty, brought to you by Skybox Sports. Head over there. And First Round Performance as well. Smitty, I got to ask you and everybody else, since last night's performance, 7-2 since Luka's played, 11-2 since the trade. Let me be clear about that. They're 7-2 with Luka on the court. They're 11-2 since the trade of Anthony Davis and Luka. Are the Lakers serious title contenders? That's the question. Not are the Lakers serious, not are the Lakers, can they win it, blah, blah, blah. Are they serious title contenders, meaning the entire thing, holding up Larry O'Brien, number 18?
Yes, they are. They are the real deal, man. JJ Redick, shout out to him. He's defying all odds and proving us critics wrong. The team is playing hard on defense with effort. The ball is moving around on offense. They're just playing smarter, faster. There's back cuts. LeBron's playing like a top 10 player in the league still today. Luka's is not even in his best version of himself yet, but he's still balling out of control. He's making everybody around him better and giving them easier looks, easier shots. I mean, it seems like every single game, Luka's getting a rebound and doing a full court pass to somebody for an easy layup because he's that great of a passer. He's probably the best passer in the game. LeBron's still a top 5 passer. He might be the second best passer in the game. And these guys are just making it look easy. I think last night they both dropped 30-plus points and made 5 or more threes. First time a duo has done that, I think maybe, I don't know if it's ever, but maybe this season. I saw a statistic last night on Instagram. And it's been impressive, man, what they're doing. I did not think that this duo would work. When the trade first happened, we were having all types of conversations, and I think I asked you when I asked the chat, like, is this a sign that the Lakers are about to move on from LeBron? Because how do you have a Luka Doncic who plays very similarly to LeBron in the same backcourt with him? It don't make sense. Well, they're making it make sense. Number 2 team in the West, and I don't think there's any team that the Lakers should just be scared of. Now, the teams they should respect, of course, the Nuggets, OKC, even I would say respect the Grizzlies, but there's no team that I'm sitting here as a Lakers fan like, oh, we can't beat them. No, they could beat everybody out west, and the contenders out east, the Boston Celtics or the Cavaliers, they can beat them too. Now, it won't be easy, of course, but can they contend? Oh, hell yeah.
I don't know if they can contend. I don't know if they're contenders. I think they can contend. I don't know if they have enough rim protection, but I asked myself, does the NBA use bigs anymore to fucking win? So it's such a perimeter game. I would have to say there probably are contenders, man. Is LeBron playing as good as he is, as long as they stay healthy? Luka, I mean, look what he did last night. I think he's the first guy since Magic Johnson, 1990, to have 30 and 15 assists, that is. 15 assists, not rebounds, along with 30 points. So, man, I guess they are contenders. I don't know. I just think I think they are, Smitty. I think they're contenders. I don't know if they're going to win it. I think they can be contenders. I think they can beat Denver this year. I think they could beat OKC just because of the matchup, and I think they own Memphis. Can they get out of the West? Possibly. I think Golden State's playing really well, but I don't trust Golden State in the long run. I don't think Golden State will be there at the end of the day. I think they'll get in. They'll play hard. I don't think they can beat Memphis. I don't think they can beat OKC, and I don't think they can beat Denver. I think the Lakers can. That's the difference. And then the Lakers own Golden State this year. So now the regular season don't matter. I get it. But in 7, I think the Lakers, that's the Lakers' strong suit. Like I would argue the Lakers have no shot in 5 or 3 if it was old school. 7 now, though, everything 7 is the Lakers' strong suit, in my opinion. And that is what I truly believe. Smitty, I was going to take you on the yacht today. Baby, if you could throw that in real quick. I was going to take you on the yacht today just for shits and giggles. And then my boy sent me this video that's going on out there. And I wanted to show you like how nice it looks right now. I didn't know it was this nice and beautiful. So
I'm looking forward to see what it's talking about. I mean, I wasn't gonna get on the yacht anyway, but let's see what you're talking about to see how beautiful it really is.
It wasn't what?
I wasn't gonna get on the yacht anyway, but I mean,
why?
Because I've seen what you've done to others, and I'm not gonna put myself in that position. You know, I was always taught to like sometimes just leave yourself out of situations. I don't put yourself in position. Oh, hell no. This is a real clip. Oh, my God. Are they going to make it, homie? What are they on? Are they on a bus in the ocean? This is cargo ship? Man, hell no. This is like the end of the Titanic. Man, you crazy. Man. This stuff pisses me off. I would never. This is why I don't mess with the ocean, because nobody know what the ocean gonna do. The ocean has its own mind, its own emotions, and we don't. It can be beautiful 1 second, and then boom, waves out of nowhere, storm out of nowhere. I'm not messing with the ocean, man. Joe O'Core couldn't even predict this.
True story, though. My homeboy drives these. It's crazy. He's had them tip off. He's had them tip, Smitty. By the way, when they lose, they lose money. So it's crazy. He's actually Spanish. Spanish, though. Remember, Spanish is different than Mexican. Just so you're clear, Smitty. I had a few Mexican homies hit me up and say, hey, let Smitty know we're different than Spanish. Spanish and Mexican.
Let Smitty know. Okay.
No, they did because you were saying Spanish one show. And he was like, we're not Spanish, motherfucker. We're Mexican.
Who's they?
Cisco and them.
Oh, okay.
So anyway,
hey, you be making stuff up. I be calling him out.
Hey, would you do that for that amount of money though that they make? Because they make big money.
I don't matter what you offer me. I would do it for
A
nothing.
million. A million.
No, hell no. No, there's nothing you can say right now that would make me do that. I love my life too much.
You know how many brothers and like Polynesians and Mexicans work as longshoremen?
Yeah,
more than whites.
But when you get like a felony or whatever, a lot of times like there's only so many jobs left that's available, and if you want to still get a high paying job, you got to do something like that where you put your life on the line. And kudos to them, as long as they're alive and they take care of their family and their livelihood, go ahead and do that. But I'm not somebody who needs to do that, so I'm not gonna be in no tunnels doing shit. I'm not gonna be one of them guys. What's it called when they be like they get real low underneath the ground? They be looking for shit and oil. I'm not doing none of that. Nothing where I can just die like that. None of that.
Well, those guys on that ship right there that were actually bringing the cargo over are like merchant marine, deckhands, different titles. Longshoremen are actually on deck at like Long Beach, San Pedro, Baltimore, Houston. Those are longshoremen that actually take the shit on. They work the cranes. They actually work the crane. People die every day on those things. You can't have a felony. You can't have a felony on those jobs.
All thing I'm saying, obviously, I'm halfway joking. The reason why I said that is, I feel like jobs like that aren't jobs that people just like graduate high school and like, man, I want to go do that. Like, that's something that like you got, like you messed up or something didn't go right, and you like, damn, man, it's the only option. At least they pay well. All right, I'll do it. Like, it's one of them type of jobs. Ain't nobody looking for it.
Anything with your hands, like hard work, like you don't want to do it.
At this point in my life, nope. Because I've always been the hardest worker in the room, man. Like for my whole life, ever. And sometimes
I don't think you know what hard work is.
I want to be more efficient.
I think they fooled you. I think Whitlock fucked you. Fuck! I think Whitlock. I got called Whitlock. Whitlock, you fucked.
I was a grown man when I really met Whitlock. I've been 20.
You was 20.
I've been through everything. Yeah, but I met him, shook his hand at Ball State. In terms of like locking in and actually going to Fox, I was like 26 years old. Like at that point, I'd already did what I had done. You know what I'm saying? Ask anybody that know me, teachers, parents, family members, coaches. I'm always the hardest worker in the room. After a while, man, after 31 years of just busting my ass, being the hardest worker. I'm not saying stop working hard. I'm just saying I'm trying to think more efficiently and find a balance of still work hard, but work smarter. You know what I'm saying?
You ain't busted your ass yet.
I have every job I've had, even little stuff. You know what I mean? I've always been the hardest worker in the room. You can never outwork me, Jason. I'll tell you that. You might outsmart me in certain things. You might just be better at certain things just naturally, but you would never outwork me because I got too much pride and ego. Like you have to kill me in certain circumstances. Like I just won't stop. I've never.
What's your thought about Kim Kardashian?
She still got it. I mean, say what you want. I saw she come out with her swim, some swims wear, and did a photo shoot and did like a behind the scenes stuff. I mean, she still look good. Now I know surgery and stuff been involved, but I mean, say what you want. I think she still looks good. She's still attractive. She's 40-something years old, and she's found a way for the last 20-some years to use her looks and her body to monetize in different ways. I'm not saying she's doing porn. Obviously, she had the one sex tape. That's what started the whole thing. But from there, they've turned that and leveraged that into a multi-billion dollar family. Like they're rich as hell. Like she did that one thing. She went on every single talk show. That led to the Kardashian show, which showcased their entire family. That got the rest of the sisters popular, got her mama popular. Her mama was already somewhat popular because of who she was dating and who she was, married to or whatever. Then as the other sisters got older, they dated other NBA players and they started popping. And then then she started, makeup lines and clothing lines and they just leveraged that every single year or a couple years. They leveraged that to do something else, and it's just more money, more fame, more money, more fame. But it's all connected to the foundation is her body and her looks, and people they're attracted to her. So she knows that. So she's like, it don't matter if she's 40-something years old now, her looks is her main thing because that's what leads to everything else. I bet she's gonna make so much money off her swimsuit now, just off posting these pictures. That just is what it is. So you say we want about her, but she a hustler though, and it worked. Now we could argue morals and say, well, I wouldn't have done that, or I wouldn't want my. But we're talking about just straight business and money. It worked. It's a fact.
Yeah, she's horrible looking. Let's move on to the next thing. Let's dive into the show, Smitty. You got the docket. We got a lot going on in the quarterback world. Shaun King will join us in about an hour and 15 to talk about QB free agency and other free agents. But the first thing is my guy.
Yes,
take it away.
Sammy D. The Vikings and quarterback Sam Darnold have been in discussions about a short-term deal to keep him in Minnesota. There's mutual interest from both sides. Following his resurgent season to keep this relationship going, though there is some more work that remains. Free agency is in under a week at this point. And per a source, the franchise tag is at $40.2 million for Sam Darnold. But they said it was a little too steep for the Vikings, as they believed it would make negotiating a new deal more difficult, while also limiting their ability to build out the rest of the roster. Minnesota still wants Darnold back, but the numbers will need to align. I believe free agency, I think it starts with officially next Tuesday, if I'm not mistaken. So this will be interesting, JB. What do you think, though? Do you think the Vikings will end up figuring out
Wednesday?
Huh?
Wednesday's the free agency, the 12th.
Sorry about that.
A week for today. Because we're a fact-checking show.
I appreciate that.
I think it's the best spot. I've been saying it the whole time. He should not leave. I've been saying it. So that's all I'm saying. I've been saying it for how long? He should stay there. I think he will stay there. I think they'll figure it out. I think O'Connell knows better than to go with a guy that has not taken a snap, who's coming off an injury, unproven. Yeah, we see the arm talent. We see the athleticism. We see all the shit that J.J. McCarthy possesses. But this guy just went through the fire. I got to go with what I know. Like you and I talk about all the time. It's for show pussy over some no pussy. And that is what they're going to do. They're going to take the for show pussy, in my opinion. So that's what I think. I think they make it happen, make it work. But this will be the first domino that falls, in my opinion. I hope it happens before the 12th so that the dominoes may fall. So by the time the 12th opens up free agency, 3 p.m. or whatever Eastern, we can see all the dominoes fall and we get Aaron Rodgers news, Kirk Cousins news, Justin Fields, Russell Wilson, whatever else may happen out there. I know there's the Danny Dimes, Daniel Jones out there free. Who else is there? You got, well, not AR5, but you got, we were talking about going to the Colts the other day. I think one of the two Pittsburgh quarterbacks will be gone. Possibly both will be gone. There's a possibility that both could be gone. You got Jameis Winston, who I think fits the Colts, actually. They need a big arm, indoor arm. And then you got other guys out there, free agency, that we're going to talk about today with Shaun King. And then you got guys up for trade. Is DK Metcalf really on the block for Seattle? Is other guys like that really out there? All this shit's going to happen. But I think this domino has to happen first, because if he stays, then I think everyone understands, okay, now we can go. Because the only reason I say, not that he's the best of the bunch, even though we could argue he could be.
Yeah.
Because it's his age, though. See, his age is trumping everybody else. He's 26. So if he leaves, if he says I'm out, then he will get a bag somewhere because he's 26 and has that 1-year resume on there that he just went 14 wins. Yeah, he went 0-4 versus the big dogs, but he won 14 games and finished second in the division that I argue is the best. 3 teams in the playoffs, right? So, like, I'm just saying, like, he's the domino, because you're not going to pay a 40-year-old Aaron Rodgers what you're going to give him, in my opinion. He's already made the money. Stafford already re-signed, so that's out the window. We already know. So 26 years old, I think he's the first domino that falls. I think Kirk Cousins and Aaron Rodgers will be fought for it next.
Yep.
But other than that, I think that's the domino right here. So hopefully it happens before the 12th, Smitty. But I know he came in and met yesterday with them. I mean,
the fact that reports are saying that they want to figure out a deal, they're talking about it. I think they'll figure it out. I think they'll lock in the number that makes sense for both sides. Sam wants to get his money and should get his money, but at the same time, man, like, you don't want to come off that high, go somewhere else, and then go right back to where you were prior to Minnesota. Like, I know he wants to keep that energy going. and continue to be on a winning organization with a system that fits him and still be able to build up a successful career. You know what I'm saying? Get a couple Pro Bowls, maybe make it to a Super Bowl, like change the course of your legacy to where we forget about those first few years. And now we know you as a legit NFL quarterback and a winner. You know what I'm saying? So I think he has to find that balance of like, I'm getting my money, get a good number, but then also be in a position where I can be successful, because you go somewhere else to a bad organization that just doesn't have these pieces, and we might go see the old Sam Darnold.
Yeah, I think O'Connell would be making coaching suicide, would commit coaching suicide if he lets him go. Because at the end of the day, he has to put all his eggs in one basket with the kid that hasn't played yet. I get you drafted him. I get he's talented. But listen, man, you got a guy that understands your offense to a T. You're comfortable with them. The kid can make all the throws. I get JJ has a big arm and all that, but Sam Darnold has all the big-time talent as well. He can run and throw, and everyone didn't know. No one knew that, and I said it last year. I said, man, Sam Darnold got one of the best arms in football, and everyone's like, oh, and then you got to see it. And I think you only saw a glimpse of it. I think as he gets more comfortable, you're going to see even better Sam Darnold, and he'll understand that I know what it takes to get through the Rams and the Eagles and the Lions in big games. Now he's been there. Yeah. You got to do that times 2 with J.J. McCarthy. Now I got to get him in a regular game to beat the Bears and then teach him how to beat the Lions. This guy's already been through it, won 14 fucking games. I think you keep him, and hopefully they do. And we can see him stay there in Minnesota with Justin Jefferson, and the highest paid receiver in football right now, and a young and upcoming Addison, who's done well as well. I mean, this guy's as good as it gets for a younger kid. Great duo they have, and they got a great tight end. So I think it's a great combination. So
if they do resign Darnold, they got to trade JJ though. They can't just keep him there hostage. It's like
not really. He's only been there 1 year and he was hurt. I don't even count that as a year. I think he needs to learn. You don't trade him as hostage.
It's a year. It don't count. It's a year. It count.
He got hurt, Smitty. Not that he couldn't play. He got hurt. Why are you going to? How's he held hostage?
I'm saying you signed Darnold with a 3-4 year deal. It's like, damn, I got to sit around for 4 or 5 years before I even get a chance.
Yeah, that's how football used to be played.
You like first round. That ain't how no more. Like, you shaking your head about used to work back in the 90s. That shit don't work.
90s. That's how quarterbacks get better, homie. That's how quarterbacks actually 4 or 5
get years,
better.
Bro, is not playing.
So Jordan Love didn't benefit from Aaron Rodgers. Did Aaron Rodgers benefit from Brett Favre? Did Tom Brady benefit from Drew Bledsoe?
Look how far back you are. Look how far back you went.
Multiple years.
Look how quick you got to go far back.
Jordan Love's recent.
You had one short, quick example with Jordan Love. Then you went all the way back to Aaron Rodgers, which at this point is a fucking year, a long time ago. You went all the way back to Tom Brady. That don't happen now.
Jordan Love, because the reason is because we're drafting young quarterbacks on shitty rosters now without having a quarterback on that shitty roster. That's the main difference, Smitty. Before we move on,
Mahomes set out 1 year play. Lamar set out basically 1 year play.
Here's my point.
Cool. 2 years, I'm cool. 4 years, come on, bro.
Here's my point. We used to draft quarterbacks on shitty rosters, early picks, but they had quarterbacks. The 32 QBs in the NFL used to be pretty fucking serviceable. What's happened is the 32 quarterbacks now, half of them or more, I'll argue more, are so bad that you're starting rookies now and you're not getting them developed at all. Back in the day, we would have got Caleb Williams, but he would have been backed up. He would have been backing up fucking Tom Zach. I'm just saying, throwing names out. There's no development anymore. Like, there's none. You can't sit behind. Now we're throwing you right in. Boom. And now instant gratification has allowed or demanded, social media has demanded, Shadur Sanders, Cam Ward, start next year. And I'm like, dog, these motherfuckers barely just fucking handle college. Now you want them to start going against fucking Max Crosby off the edge every game and not knowing shit about O-line protection and coverage? How about they learn from Aaron Rodgers for a year or fucking 2 or even 3 as Jordan Love did? I don't get it, man. I think we're just so quick to throw them in. And I'm not saying that as the old head, Smitty. I'm saying that because I want to see the quarterback position develop. Like, I don't understand. We act like they're not getting paid sitting there learning. Like, you're acting like they're interns. The motherfucker's getting paid still, homie. Millions of dollars to be the backup. Learn how to play.
Don't drop me top 15 pick first round if you're going to have me sitting for 4 years.
Smitty,
I don't mind sitting for a year. I get that.
That's an organizational issue. Same D-line, Smitty. This ain't where I can just go in and plug and play and go get see ball, hit ball, go get the quarterback. Totally different position, homie. Like, it's not wide out. Hey, go win one-on-one matchup. I'm going to throw you the rock. It ain't corner. Lock down this guy. You could be a fucking rookie Sauce Gardner, weigh 165 pounds. This is quarterback, homie. There's 11 other positions he has to master on top of his own position and then understand everything the defense does. That's not one-on-one. I can go get a left tackle to block you. I can get a D tackle like Darnell Smith to come in and rush the passer. I need you to bull rush this motherfucker. Jalen Carter's shown you rookies can ball out in the NFL interiorly. I can go get Sauce Gardner to lock you down at corner as a rookie. I can go get Justin Jefferson as a rookie, Jamar Chase as a rookie, and Brian Thomas as a rookie and ball out. Quarterback rookies? Show me which one. Okay, we've seen Jaden Daniels and C.J. Stroud have great rookie campaigns in the last so many years. Andrew Luck, we have to go back to.
Cam Newton, Andrew Luck, RG3.
I'm just saying, but they're very spotty. We're going to handpick. We're just handpicking certain guys, though. Like, and those are very.
Jackson didn't start immediately, but he started on the back end of the season and went to the playoffs, played well. Same thing happened with Justin Herbert. Justin Herbert didn't start immediately, but Tyrod Taylor got stabbed in the stomach in the middle of the season, and he got jumped straight in. He balled out immediately, literally immediately. So I don't know. I hear what you're saying. I just think that immediately he balled out. Like, as soon as he got in. Taylor got stabbed in the stomach by his doctor, and Justin Herbert was told right before the Chiefs game, hey, bro, you got to play. He went out there and balled out immediately. And so the problem is we've seen too many young quarterbacks come straight into the game and ball out. I'm not saying don't sit for a year. I'm cool with that. I like that, actually. Sit for a year, learning. Just because there's so much to NFL that you like outside of football, just learning your routine and where you live at and how to get to the stadium and like little details that still are stressors of becoming a young man and becoming a professional. So I like sitting out a year, maybe 2 years max, maybe. But if you're a top 15 pick or something in the NFL draft, why did you pick me then? Like, why would you pick me that high if it wasn't an urgent need? Like, you should have went with a left tackle. If you got a quarterback, go with a left tackle. Go with an interior D lineman. Go with another weapon for your current quarterback. It don't make sense.
It's going to take me a year to learn the head coach or the offensive coordinator's fucking terminology. A little less, come in right into a bad organization and ball the fuck out and not know shit about shit. Like, first of all, it's going to take a year to learn the fucking system, number one, to really know it. B, number two, now I got to understand what everything does on the other side of the football. On top of the protection and everything else, I need to put my guys in the right spot to succeed with. I don't understand why we're so quick to rush. Why do you want to see this rush? Have you not seen enough bad quarterback play in the last fucking 10 years that we've rushed?
Seen a lot of good quarterback, too. A lot of good quarterback play.
I've seen two.
I've seen more than two. I mean, I like what I see from Michael Penix. Like, everybody not going to be Jaden Daniels, but I've seen good rookie play. That's a fact. So.
And now we got to watch next year. Does Jaden Daniels hit a sophomore slump like JB says most guys do, like C.J. Stroud did?
Even the sophomore slump wasn't that bad. C.J. Stroud still made the playoffs, still hit, like, you know, it wasn't as bad as we thought. He's still a good quarterback.
Yeah, I still think C.J.'s going to ball. I'm just saying that remember the sophomore slump. Once the book is out on you and there's a resume, and now I got defensive coordinators making $2-3 million a year. Understanding we study in film too, so just saying.
Chris, we actually do research everything we say. Every single thing we say comes from research. We have a research team that looks up stats for us and prepares everything prior to the show. So I don't know if you're trying to be. She's trying to be funny. So I'm just fact checking her a little bit.
She might be talking to the chat.
Okay, that's true.
She's not talking to me because everything I say is fact. So let's dive into what's happening now. Brought to you by Prize Pick. Smitty's right there on the right. Let's pull it up. Smitty, what's happening now? Segment. Stephen A. Smith put Joe Behar in a bag. In a body bag and zipped it up on her own show. And Stephen A., obviously, a lot of people know he's a far left-wing Kamala Harris supporter at the time. Now he's regretting the fact that he voted her way. I don't buy that shit. I don't believe that at all whatsoever. But let's show the clip, Bailey, of him bodying Joey Behar.
6 weeks. Seems like 6 years, doesn't it? Mm-hmm. And he's been going around with his cronies touting his so-called landslide and blowout win. But he won the popular vote by 1.5%, one of the smallest ever, and he won the general election by less than 50%. So what kind of mandate is this really?
Well, it is a mandate, and I'm going to explain why. And I don't mind the question, but let me be very clear. I'm no supporter of Trump. I'm a supporter of truth and the facts. And here's the facts. The man won every swing state. He increased in terms of his voter turnout in his favor from the standpoint of blacks, Latinos, and young voters. He increased his numbers in that regard from 2020. 89% of the counties shifted to the right. That's a mandate. We can sit up there and play around all we want to. In 2020, Trump didn't win the popular vote. He didn't win the electoral college vote. A matter of fact, the Republicans hadn't won the popular vote, if I remember correctly, since 2004. But they did this year. So 20 years after they last won the popular vote, they won the popular vote. They won the electoral college vote. The man won every swing state. And on top of it, 89% of the counties shifted against. I don't understand how people can look at that and say, there's no mandate. There's a mandate.
Well, it's a different definition of a mandate, I guess.
But the problem is that if you're the Democratic Party and you lost 49.8% to 48.3%, and you're looking at that 1.5% dip, that's an excuse for you to say, what we did really wasn't that bad.
Some people didn't
we should continue to do that. Don't continue to do it. Find a new strategy.
Smitty, I don't think they liked that very much at all. They thought they had a full-on left-winger on their show, which is a left-wing show, and they thought that everything was going to be in agreement. I think Stephen A. is programmed, Smitty, to be, I think he's had the #1 debate show for I don't know how long. I think he's programmed as a debater by nature. So I think they got caught up in that trick bag, and I think Stephen A. went into his normal role as a debater. And I think it fucked their show up. Apparently, they're mad at him.
That's man. I mean, if people pay any attention, Stephen A. has. I don't know. Like I never looked at. Actually, I never. But in recent years, I've not looked at Stephen A. as some far left guy. He's always said some stuff that okay, where he's kind of towed the line a little bit. Yeah, I think honestly, to his defense, that's the way. That's normal. That's what it should be. Like. I don't understand people who all the way right or all the way left. I don't understand that. To me, you're lying. There's no way you 100% disagree with everything the left is doing. There's no way you 100% disagree with everything the right is doing. Like, if you really sat there with a lot of the detective test on was like, you know what? Nah, okay. I don't like a lot of stuff they do, but that makes sense. That makes sense. That makes sense. Everything else, nah, fuck that. Something on the other side. So, like, I don't mind having beliefs on both sides.
But his political affiliation's always been left. Like, he's affiliated with Democrats.
I'm understanding his comments and what he's saying.
Yeah, here's another video. Take a listen and some of the news that's released here in the last few days leading up to Trump's speech last night. Take a look at what Stephen A. had to say.
Now you see why Stephen A. Smith was in the polls as a presidential candidate? See what I'm talking about? You see that idiocy right there? You talk about something, people being tone deaf. Why the hell would 22 Democratic senators be literally echoing the same thing and think that would resonate with the American people? All it shows is that the same fabric of our democracy is unchanging in the eyes of some of these officials, and as a result, the constituency they represent, which is why Donald Trump is in office. What, do I have to come up to Capitol Hill and give you lessons? Seriously, you don't get it? All you did, Elizabeth Warren, Cory Booker, Chuck Schumer. Let's all get together. Let's put this in a prompter, and all together, albeit in separate rooms, we'll grab a microphone and say the same damn thing. And that's what's going to resonate with the American people. And then you wonder why you're no longer in power. You wonder why Trump is in the White House.
Smitty, I look at that and I don't know. Here's the thing. I think Stephen A. Smith sees shark blood in the water. I think he sees that this is the party to attack right now. After last night, Smitty, watching last night's events, when every single Democrat stood seating, kept seating and never got up, not one clapped at all for any of the humans out there. I've never seen any party do that. Like, even when, like, if you were, let's just say, like, I've seen racists stand for Obama when he spoke on the opposite side. Like, I'm just telling you, like, it's an American thing. At least I think it should be. I think you and I both would have stood for the kid that had brain damage, or the kid that got killed, or the fucking the daughter that died on campus. I didn't look at it like that, but I think he saw that 22 guys, Democrats, said the same fucking thing on a script. And then last night, all the Democrats had some sort of, they had some sort of text thread to say, we're not standing for anything. You know what I'm saying? That's, to me, is sad. I just think it's sad for America. To your point, the last few days, the divide. It happens to be Trump's in office right now, but I've never looked at it that way. There's always been a presidential candidate to come up and be impartial with his speech regarding some sort of humane award or honor. Every president from right to left always honors something that's happened in the country when they take office. Obama, I know, had the two kids that were stuck together. I know he had them on there. That's not a right or left thing. Like, the kid had brain damage. The one kid got an honorary police officer deal. The other kids' parents were there that died. I just don't understand why this is such a hate thing for Trump over loving the country, I guess. I'm kind of appalled by it. When they all loved Trump, by the way, 20 years ago, when they knew him as just a billionaire. The game changes, I guess. I don't know. Unfortunate, but it's crazy. Stephen A. is now, I think, seeing blood in the water, though. Like, I don't know if he would go. I don't know if Steve would be calling out the Republican Party like that, is my point. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's going after Democrats right now because I think they're so bad right now with leadership. They have no leadership. I think he sees that's easy. And also, Smitty, let's be real. You and I would do the same thing as when it comes down to money, and somebody offers me money, or I know there's a way to make money. We're going to lean that way. We're going to lean that way, I think.
No, I hear you for sure. No, I don't know what we do. So it's just, I said the other day, it's a divide. I don't see it getting any better. I would have liked to see them stand for the kid and for, the other people for sure. That has nothing to do with, like I said, politics, or nothing to do with Trump himself. It's not the kid's fault that, who's in office.
It's just decency, right? Fucking decency.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I would have definitely stood for that piece. I'm kind of indifferent on if you want to stand for Trump at the beginning or not. I understand, is what I'm saying. Just being real. But to your point, the kids and stuff have nothing to do with it. I don't see why you don't stand for them. But yeah, they probably had a group chat or email, and it was like, this is what we gonna do, and we gonna stay together.
Here's the issue, though. Like, here's the issue. No one used to stand or sit. For a president to come address the country. The Democratic Party that was in there. They're in there for a reason, Smitty. They're in there to represent the Democratic Party in Congress, Senate. They have a space and have a place in that place to be there. That's why they're there. Right. To me, it spewed hatred for the sitting president over loving the country. That's the only thing. And then it spewed into the human factor of the kid and the death and all that shit. I've never seen Republicans sit there and not stand up for the president when he addressed the nation. And I'm talking about you're in Congress. By the way, those girls right there wearing pink are the same ones that voted for boys to be in girls' sports. These guys right here. The irony, homie, is unbelievable. Like, I don't know how many left-wing Democrats today are swapping over to Republican. I know there's a few. I've already seen it on social media. They said that was disgusting. I don't know. It's just crazy. It is what it is. But that's what's happening now. Brought to you by Prize Picks. Smitty, we got hour and 45 minutes left. Shaun King joined us to get into some sports and some football, and unfortunately put the realistic life behind us, which is the politics side that we got to see last night. If you watched it or not, I didn't watch too much of it. I'm not really into it.
The only reason why I turned it on for a little while, I saw you put a post up, or you texted in the group chat, said it was like, this is embarrassing. I didn't know what you were talking about. I was watching the Golden State game. I was like, all right, let me see what he's talking about, because I'm sure we're going to talk about this tomorrow. So I just turned it on for like a few minutes just to kind of, get a little bit of information. And I was like, all right, we turned back to the game. So, yeah.
I didn't watch the game either. I was watching old Gene Hackman movies.
Rest in peace. Well, we'll go to a quick commercial break. And when we come back, we got more to Coach JB Show with Big Smitty. I'm going to move my car. JB's going to get some coffee, take a piss, and we're going to go from there.
How you know? They'll be back in 4 minutes.
Gladstone is who the Jaguar just hired their new GM, and he discussed at the combine how we haven't seen the best of Trevor Lawrence just yet. Check this out.
Yeah, I don't think we've seen the best of Trevor. I'm really excited for him to get a chance to work with him, support him, and really bring the tools that he has in his arsenal to life. And I think it starts by the protection, right? Making sure that he feels like he's got as much time to work with as possible, and also that he's comfortable with the pass catchers. And so I think through that lens, he's going to feel that change in both the operation schematically and then the personnel that we invited in the building.
I'm not an ageist, but this dude look like he's like Bailey age.
Wait, who was that?
That's the GM.
That's the GM of who? For who?
The Jaguar. It's like he's 19. He look a little more older and mature right here. Maybe it's a hoodie or something, but he look like a little boy right here. Like a little boy. A little ass boy.
You're kidding me.
He's 34 though, so that's cool.
He's 34?
Mm-hmm. I like that though, because I'm 31, so it gives me hope. Like, damn, like you could be mid-30s and run a whole team.
I'm gonna be honest, dog. He looks like a DEI hire.
Well, that's canceled. Well, you gotta stop saying that now. That's canceled, and it's not going on.
Not canceled. Not canceled.
It's all that's done.
No, it's not. This guy looks like a joke. I'm gonna be honest, man. Did he play?
Nah,
no way. No way.
Jack Connie, the owner, got asked about him, and he said he has no concerns about the experience or inexperience of his leadership team, which includes James Gladstone as well. He obviously the Jags hired Liam Cohen, 39 years old, first-time head coach. Then they got him, first-time GM. James Gladstone was 34. Then they got a first-time executive vice president, and Tony Baselli. He's 52, of course. We know his name is still. But Cohen brought in two first-time coordinators, and Greg Udinski and Anthony Campanile. Like they have a young, their whole team is just first time. So maybe they're just saying, hey, we tried going the old school route and hiring, the same recycled coaches and recycled GMs and then things of that nature, and we failed. So this time we're going to just have a clean slate and try complete opposite. We're going to go young. It's a new era of football, new generation, new whatever. Let's get younger minds in there who can relate to the generation, and let's see what happens. So listen, we are in the see what happened era. We talked about JJ Redick and the Lakers. Right. We didn't think he would do well at all. He had no experience. To this point, he's done really good with this team. 4th seed in the West. To your point, could be a 2 seed. So even though James Gladstone looks like he's 19 and a half, Maybe he goes out here and does the damn thing. Let's give him a chance, homie.
See, that's why I need to talk to some lawyers. Because it's ridiculous. Because we in the throw it up in the air era. You just said it. Like, just hire anybody. You just said it. But I can't get hired. I'm gonna get some lawyers involved. Anyway, let's move on.
Well, give your opinion on him real quick on James Gladstone. His overall take though was saying that we have not seen the best yet in Trevor Lawrence. Do you agree with that?
Here's the thing. I'm gonna give you the thing.
Give me the real.
You haven't seen the best. You haven't seen him at all. Well, you haven't seen the best. Anyway, Sean McVay has a little tree working right now. In defense, I'm going to be honest. He has a little tree working right now. He's got a guy in Minnesota, head coach, and Kevin O'Connell doing good. He's had a few other guys. His OC his quarterback coach just got a job as the OC for Houston Texans. Obviously, he's a Super Bowl champ, been to 2. Young coach himself, 30 years old when he was hired, I believe, with the Rams as the head coach. Had an unbelievable lineage, though, that he worked for in his 20s, already in the NFL for the guys that he worked for in the NFL. And he played and everything else. He hired this kid for some reason. So McVay saw something in him, obviously. I'm going to give him the benefit of that doubt. And McVay's name carries weight in this league. Obviously, owners and others listen to him when he recommends guys to be employees. So look at his lineage. McVay is very, very – he's starting off a very, very strong coaching tree, by the way.
Yes.
And he's not even 40 yet. So –
Your camera real blurry.
What are you laughing about?
Your camera was
What?
blurry, homie. Your camera was real blurry. Let me see.
Because my shit focus.
I think it's a
My
little
shit's clear.
It's good enough. Now it was hella blurry, like an old school TV blurry.
No, my shit clear as hell.
Like before baby was born blurry. Now it's clear. There we go. All right, man. It's hour 2. We've been in hour 2, but it's super duper hour 2. We're gonna give you 34 minutes before Shaun King hop on. And we're gonna keep this show rolling, man. JB, how you feeling right now? You feel good? You got high energy?
I got a couple things cracking. We'll be on Unpaved later on today on Rumble with Sean Salisbury. Smitty, I came out with an idea yesterday, and I said, you know what, Bailey, make me a graphic. Let's figure it out. So then I said, you know what? And it's unbelievable. I got Riley Gaines, Sage Still, a few other prominent females that are fighting this fight to keep men out of women's spaces. So I said, let me create a shirt or a hoodie or a hat. And I ended up creating it all. Short, fat, skinny, tall. Save Girl Sports, Smitty. I made a logo around the JB logo. I made some girl, like, what do you call those? Like shorter hoodies for girls, crop tops.
Crop hoodies.
Yeah, the crop hoodies for all the sexy broads out there that want to rock them. I put the American flag on the back. I put a JB logo on the left sleeve, and then I put the logo. I made them both white and black, different colors, hoodies, hats, shirts, everything. Lucy ordered hers last night. Shout out to you. But I made a lot of girl colors for the girls. And I even made like some more girls colors for the men, because hopefully men will wear the girls colors for the girls. Mm-hmm. So I did both ways. So shout out. A lot of them worked. A lot of them, they started selling last night. And I said, you know what? So Lucy, women out there, any women in the chat, any women listening that buys, send me an email or in your order. I put it in the description. Put it in your order what girls or female women's charity you would like the proceeds to go to, because I'm going to donate a big percentage of the proceeds to your charity of choice. And that's why I thought I was going to do this. So all the haters, JB hates women, all that shit. No, I don't want my daughter playing against boys in sports, and I don't want your daughter playing against boys in sports. And I think we need to stand up. So I shot to Sage Still last night. Shout out to Sage Still. And trying to get a hold of Riley Gaines. I tagged all of them. Charlie as well. Used to be on ESPN. Is now on Outkick, I believe. All the women advocate out there. So shout out for all you guys. Go check it out. CoachJBStore.com today. I got shorts, hoodies, bucket hats, beanies, you name it, and I got it. So I ordered mine. I'm going to have them coming in so I can rock them and represent Save Girls Sports. But I just want to put that out there, Smitty.
Shout out to JB, man.
We got a lot going on, Smitty. Shout out to Bailey for making that graphic.
Bailey be working, don't he?
Yeah.
Hard work, boy. You be working, Bailey. Steel mills.
I be working them.
Huh?
I work them.
Yeah, you specifically. You be working, Bailey. Podcast, co-host, show, sample show, clothes, hats, do-rags, draws, panties for the girls, all type of shit. Shout out to Bailey. He young, though. He's 21, 22 years old, 19.
Yeah, he needed. I need to work him more. I honestly want to give him more.
We should, because it builds character.
Yeah, I want to give more shit to him. You never knew about that building character, but I'm going to teach Bailey it. I do have hard hat stickers, Ruben G. I do have some hard hat stickers. I'll replace them and put them back on the website. I do have I got slapstick ones. I got the JB one. I got the Hate Me Now, Love Me Later sticker. You can put on your hard hat. I do have hard hat stickers, so check that out. I'll put them back up. Smitty, let's dive into a friend of mine who I promise I'll get him on the show this spring. He's promised me.
Don't lie to me.
Yeah, we always just kind of hit and miss. It's tough. But the head coach of Michigan, a good friend of mine, Shaun Moore, says he does not plan to cancel this year's spring ball. He said, I know the risks. People are going to poach your players. People are going to do that regardless, Moore said. Shop for players. People shop for players. I don't think the spring game is going to make a big difference in whether your guys get poached or not. Shout out to Shaun Moore and saying the common sense thing, which is that people are going to fucking do it, Smitty, regardless. Yeah. What I've been saying, why are we canceling spring games? Because you're lazy and you don't want to coach coaches and you know your roster's going to change in the summer? Is that the main reason? Is it really that? And you don't want to say it? You want to say it's poaching players and blah, blah, blah? Fuck all that. By the way, if you're that motherfucker, you ain't losing your player anyway. It
ain't like it used to be when you was coaching, JB. Money talks. No, you might think you're that motherfucker, but the motherfuckers over here is offering $1 million and all I got is $250.
Smitty, you're Michigan, homie. Stop. Please stop.
I'm just saying, but we're speaking in general. Michigan's an
I get it, but we're talking about Shaun Moore at Michigan. Let's just talk about the teams that have dropped spring ball.
Yeah.
USC. Do I need to really fucking say anything? Texas. Ohio State. Nebraska. Come on, homie. This ain't no offense. Ball State, Toledo, Akron.
Leave my school out. Anything negative, leave my school out of everything. Ball State got money.
I named the whole conference, Benny. I didn't just name it.
Don't mention me at all. Ball State got money.
Eastern Illinois. It ain't Eastern Illinois.
We got a collective, homie.
It ain't Eastern Michigan. It ain't Eastern Michigan.
All right, say that then. Yeah. Don't bring that shit up.
To me, it's weak, homie. It's sad, it's pathetic, and it's weak for Ohio State, Texas, USC, Nebraska, fucking blue bloods or former blue bloods to say, I don't want my players poached. We're not going to have spring ball. That shit is fucking weak.
I thought you was defending it the whole time. Hold on, wait a minute. Let me put some pimping in it. I thought you was defending the whole thing, saying like, man, it sucks. It's a shame that they got to do it, but this is the landscape. This is the space that we're in. You have not been going this hard against these coaches prior to this point. Prior to Shaun Moore coming out with this statement, you have not been going this hard at those coaches for doing it. You've been more on the side of understanding, not liking it, but understanding why they have to do it because of the situation we're in.
Is this my co-host?
Yeah.
Is this my same co-host? Bailey Factor Cap.
He ain't been going this hard, Bailey, at these teams for doing
yes,
it.
Yes, yeah. I'm shocked. I'm shocked at your take because he has gone at these takes on this show, on the LA show.
He on the LA show, not on my show, not on this show.
Well, we've discussed. Remember, Sark and Texas canceled the spring game. He went at it, and Shaun, I believe. So I don't agree with you, Smith. I don't know where that's going.
Just say Cap.
I don't remember going at Sark though. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, I did. I said, it's my friend, and I'm still saying, fuck no. That's fucking bullshit. You make how much money? You fucking have a spring game. Coach your coaches. I got 6 good friends on that Texas staff. Really good friends. Like, coach, homie, you're at Texas. I ain't losing my motherfucking players to fucking UTEP. Like, come on, homie. For clarity, I'm Michigan. I'm fucking
the game. They're not casting spring ball. They're doing all the practices, everything else. Just not the game. They'll probably do an internal scrimmage with no fans. It's not really changing, JB.
It's even dumber.
But nothing is changing, though.
You were in math saying that.
I'm doing all the coaching, all the teaching.
You're in math. So
we're doing a scrimmage. It's the same thing.
All right, so during spring, I'm coaching. I'm doing all the spring stuff like you just witnessed, like you just said, and Matt said, right? But so we're gonna do all that.
Yeah.
And then we can't have a game because that's when they're gonna come out and poach my players. Not during spring practice.
They're not allowed nobody to come there doing spring practice. Ain't nobody allowed, homie.
Hey, stop. First of all, you're not going to walk on my fucking field, number one, and poach any of my other motherfucking players. My other players are going to tell me when you're poaching them because I'm going to know, and I'm always going to have a rat. I'm always going to have a snitch. You ain't going to know who it is. He's going to be the sorry-ass fucking player, by the way. And then I'm going to know from the real players out there that, hey, guess what, dog? Coach, I ain't going nowhere, man. I'm believing in you. Blah, 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 blah. Plus, you're Michigan. You gave me $1 million bag. Not everybody's going to get $1 million. So if you want to poach my guys for fucking $20,000 more because you're a team that needs a third receiver, go ahead. I got 10 third receivers. I'm Michigan. I'm Ohio State. I'm Texas. This point is stupid. It makes zero sense. It's another cop-out to give kids a fucking day off and to give my staff in a weak-ass fucking landscape a day off. Fuck that. Ain't nobody stealing my player, homie. You're not stealing my player. Michigan, Ohio State, I believe, are all in the top 10, probably higher, in NIL money. Especially those two places. And I know Texas is. I know Oregon is. I know fucking Alabama is. I know who's the other team that's involved in this? Oh, Nebraska. So you're telling me, Matt Rule, that aren't you switching? Like, aren't you trying to change the culture in Nebraska that's been bad for a long time? So what? It just seems like another fucking just another guy sitting in there, homie. Nebraska hasn't moved the needle fucking at all. Like, it's unbelievable to me, man. I'm just telling you, dog.
You going in right now. I ain't going to lie. You right, man. You right. Spring practice, spring ball was just an important time for coaches, for players to see where they're at, see what they need to get better on during the rest of that spring and that summer before the real season start. It would help me kind of just figure out where I'm at strength-wise, weaknesses-wise. So it is something.
I want to see you, like, track the ball. I want to see you fucking – get up the field. I want to be around my guys, Smitty. I want to be in the weight room with the motherfuckers. I want to be on the field running with the cats. I want to be on the practice field installing. I want to be in the meeting rooms. All that relationship building is football part of it. Can at least eliminate the noise for me for 15 weeks. I mean, for 15 practices. Like the NIL noise, the transfer portal noise, the noise. Eliminate the noise by building the relationship again with your guys.
And people really do get better in spring, seriously. Like, in those 15 weeks of practice or whatever, like, people legit, I've gotten better in spring ball. There's little things that maybe during the season I didn't have enough time to really focus on. So I go in the spring like, okay, Darnell, you got to get better at the double team. We're going to focus on that. You know what I'm saying? You work on that technique, and now when camp comes, when it's time for the real season, you already kind of like a step ahead because you didn't work on that. You had a game-like experience within your team to understand what that process is like, and so now I'm with you. Spring ball is definitely important, and I do like what Coach Moore is doing.
So we're gonna have practice, but eliminate the game. I just think that's the weakest mindset ever. And the fact that what you're saying and why you're saying it, you're eliminating the game for the fact that you're going to have players poached, but you will still have 15 practices. Do you think they're going to come to the game and poach your guys from the fucking with a fishing pole in line, homie? And I got them, Johnny. Let's bring them up in the stands. Are we fucking joking ourselves? It's a slap to our face, homie. Like anyone that really knows.
I'm trying to think, JB. Is it because these big schools?
Like, I got him. I got Darnell Smith 95. I'm bringing him in. Like, dog, do you realize it's done on the fucking DMs? It's done through an agent, a fucking collective. It's done that way, homie. It's happening all 15 practices. It ain't gonna happen just at the game.
But I guess what they're saying is they don't want to even showcase who's the good player, who's the bad player. So if you another school, you don't even know how good Dennis Smith is.
Smitty, that's dumb. That's dumb. That's not. You're not dumb. I'm saying this is an asinine take by these coaches that sit there and say, first of all, you don't think I know that Johnny Smith's worth the money? We all recruited the same kid, Smitty. Come on, homie. This ain't fucking 1971 leather helmet with a fucking real tape. We got fucking Huddle. We got fucking DB Sport. We know who can play, homie. And by the way, tell me a kid that doesn't put their spring game on social media.
Back, homie.
Tell me a guy.
I'm showing my highlights on there from practice, from fucking. I'm showing the sack. I'm showing everything.
So, like, you don't think I'm putting a fucking Twitter clip out there that I beat the shit out of the tackle that's going first round?
Unless Coach Brown said I'm gonna see one play on social media.
That's how it used to be. That's how it used to be. Don't fucking show your social media anywhere.
Or you got Down Patrol, and then we don't want Down Patrol, homie.
So now I guess you can't. Now, to Sark and them's point, you can't do that because then they'll transfer because they're fucking pussy and they're weak and they're going to leave now because they want to showcase their fucking talent. And then Sark and them are saying, well, they're going to poach you then. But then me as the guy is like, hey, dog, show your shit all you want. You're not leaving. Because we have that relationship in those 15 practices. That's my point to this whole thing. Like, that's the thing that's missing here. Smitty, this is the cold part that's going to happen, and we're going to sit here and come fall, come summer time, we're going to revisit this take. And you know all these teams that missed the spring game, that did not have the spring game, are still going to lose the same fucking guys they are going to lose when they had the spring game.
Yeah.
So you just short-sighted, and you just shorted your staff, your community, your town, your fucking spring game for having the crowd there in Austin, Texas, which is unbelievable. Ohio State and the Horseshoe. Fucking, you're sitting here telling me that you're not going to still get poached? This is why you got to coach guys hard. You got to still coach them hard, love them harder. And this is why you still have to demand greatness and not bow down. They're going to leave anyway. So I'm just telling you, it is what it is, man. They're going to leave regardless. So I stop fucking begging these dudes. When you start begging them,
to the guys who are going to stay there. You know what I'm saying?
And when you start begging them, that's when they leave. Like, that's when they know they have you by the short hairs, homie. No, I got coach now. Like, I'm just telling you. I can't wait. I'm going to get Shaun more on the show. We're going to get that going. I'm going to hit up Matt Rule, too, because Matt Rule's also in the news. I don't know if you saw it. I'm sure it's on the deal. And if we could jump to it. If not, I just want to bring it up real quick. He had motherfuckers that wanted to do TikTok dances. He had them motherfuckers sitting on walls doing them.
I love that.
Fuck 'em.
Yeah, I think Tank Johnson sent me a clip on Instagram, and I watched it, and I loved it because it reminded me of my strength coach at Ball State, Dave Philly. I think he's at Duke now. I got to catch up with him, but that's something he would have did. It's like, all right, y'all motherfuckers on the TikTok, okay. we gonna implement that into the workout today, and we gonna embarrass y'all. We gonna. I think they had the freshmen or some of the players have to come up with a TikTok dance while the other people was wall sitting, and then they have to flip and switch. We would do stuff like that where the freshmen got to go, sing the fight song to us during that first summer while we're different little nuances stuff like that. But I like it. That's football to me. That's always been football.
We got this guy here that uses my face as a thing. Here's the issue. I don't know why this guy's still around. He's
not a member either. You shouldn't even pay attention to him. He's not a member, but go ahead.
Yeah. He acts like these players, not even just this past week, don't reach out to me on DMs to coach them. Like this guy acts like, first of all, it's not been 8 years. Second of all, he acts like the kids and the human elements changed. I don't give a fuck how much money you give these kids. The human element ain't never changing, and coaching ain't never changing. You fucking nobody. So understand, the game ain't changed, homie. The players in the game may have changed, but guess what? The game's never going to change. And that's fucking the it factor that I have to get through to human beings. So you, troll fucking wobble body nobody who lives at mama's house in the basement, who bags my groceries, and I probably cussed you out yesterday at Walmart because you dropped my fucking soap and I made you pick it up. I think you are the guy. You're mad at me because you ain't me. But anyway, Smitty.
Let's move on, man, to the next topic here, though. Coach Jason. A little NFL talk, man. Now I'm excited about Coach Jason. The Eagles are rewarding Saquon Barkley with a 2-year, $41.2 million contract extension that makes him the highest paid running back in NFL history. The deal makes Barkley the NFL's first $20 million plus per year running back ever. And he has the ability to earn an additional $15 million in incentives and escalators. The deal includes $36 million fully guaranteed. And this is a rare step, extending a player 1 year into his 3-year deal. And this is within the same league year in which they signed the initial contract. And listen, I got to steal this from my guy, TJ Hushmanzada, who was on on our show Speak at Fox the other day. This is why the Eagles are one of the best organizations in the NFL. Because not only do they have a great GM who knows how to draft well and bring in the best free agents and players year in and year out. When you go to the Eagles and you ball out, the team takes care of you. Point blank period. That simple. Saquon wasn't asking for more money right now. He wasn't expecting more money 1 year within his 3-year deal, but he had a historical year, sacrificed breaking the all-time single-season rushing record in order to win a Super Bowl, came out, did that, played a huge role in them winning the Super Bowl, and they took care of him without him even asking. That's how you do it. That's how you lead. That's how you ball. That's how you continue to make other free agents and players want to come play for your organization. Think about it. They got Devontae Smith got paid. A.J. Brown got paid. Jalen Hurts got paid. Saquon got paid. All their stars who ball out, they get paid. And they figure out a way to do it. They don't make excuses. They don't say, "Oh, the cap. Well, so sorry." They don't franchise tag you 2 times in a row and make you wait and say we can't do it. They don't make excuses like the losing organizations do. They find a way to pay their guys who earned the money. Shout out to Saquon Barkley. He earned it. He deserves it. And shout out to the Philadelphia Eagles who take care of their own. I love it. This is beautiful. I love it.
Yeah. So unfortunately, the running back position, he'll probably be the position itself is just going to be washed probably in 2 years. But you know what? To your point, they paid him because they loaded their oil. He won him a title. And I believe, to be honest, Howie Roseman, he literally gave the New York Giants a shit sandwich for losing Saquon in the same division. And he's going to show the rival, because the rival's always going to be a rival. The Giants will be back good again eventually, whether it's 20 years from now, 30 years from now. You're still a rival in that NFC East conference, right? They've been rivals forever. The Giants are still a historic franchise that have multiple Super Bowls. And the thing about it is you're telling them, like, here, motherfucker, like, your idiot ass lost him to a division rival, and because you wanted to tag him and not pay him, and now we have him and won a Super Bowl, and now we're paying him again. Like, the Giants owner has to be fucking, I don't know, dog, how he could survive this. They better get Aaron Rodgers, but even then, I don't believe that. We're gonna get into that later, but I don't know if there's a guy out there that the Giants can get right now to fucking help their image. Their image is bad right now, and this is even worse to the Giants.
100%.
So will Saquon live up to this $40 million? Who knows? We know right now. I say he's worth it, and I'm glad the running back position has some flowers and gets some notoriety again. CMC got it a couple years ago. Now you got Saquon getting it. Now Cook wants it in Buffalo. Other guys are going to want it. Will they get it? I don't know.
This is really for the running back market. I mean, just a couple years ago, we were talking about how they were trying to sit out together as running backs because they weren't getting paid their just due. Now, 2 years later, you're getting paid 20. You got a guy getting paid $20 million plus a year, the highest paid ever. So it was like, this is going to be very important and a vital moment. And kind of where this takes the market for the running backs and how guys get paid. This is huge. And again, if you're a losing organization, let's say like the Cincinnati Bengals, you should just take some notes. You should take some notes and look at a winning organization. A team has been to multiple Super Bowls, have won 2 Super Bowls in the last 5, 6, some years, and just show like this is the recipe to success. This is how you get free agents like a Saquon Barkley that want to come play for your organization. This is how you keep your star players happy. This is how you build championship level teams. You don't be cheap. You don't keep franchising your players who've been balling out for you and making sacrifices and doing this, that, and the third. You pay your guys. That's your job as an owner, as a GM. That's your job and your duty. And that's how you build a winning organization. I'm gonna leave it at that.
Yeah, no doubt. It's like calling Elizabeth Warren Pocahontas last night. That shit's fucking fire. I'm glad he got $40 million. I'm glad. Shout out to him.
Moving on. Huh? I was keeping the rundown going. Moving on to our next topic here on the rundown. It's going to be a favorite topic of JB's, I'm sure. A Bears fan in London spotted Caleb Williams on Swallow Street and put up the bear claw with them. They even had matching nail polish.
On what street?
They're on Swallow Street. It was a Bears fan in London spotted Caleb Williams on Swallow Street.
I got to be hearing you wrong. I got to be hearing you wrong. Spell out the word of the street.
So a Bears fan in London spotted Caleb Williams on Swallow, SWALLOW Street, Swallow Street, and put up the bear claw with them. And they even had matching nail polish. A Bears fan in London spotted Caleb Williams on Swallow.
What did he do? What did he do?
So it was a Bears fan right there in London. And he spotted Caleb Williams on Swallow Street, and they put up the bear claw with him. And they took a picture together, and they had matching nail polish. Gawk Street. What's the new name? Rock Street. Walk Street.
I don't know what to say about this.
I mean,
so the kid had the guy Cisco. He also had his shit painted.
Hey, he looked just like Cisco though. Like, not trying to be funny. It's not even like a joke. That looks just like Cisco. No bullshit. I wish we had a picture real quick. I would put it right next to y'all so the chat can know what we're talking about. He looks identical to Cisco. Head shape, body shape, smile, fucking height, nail polish. Everything looks just like Cisco, homie. That's hilarious. Oh man. But yeah,
so hold on.
Huh?
Is this a joke? Like is it a real fucking joke? Like the street name and all that? Is this a troll account or something?
Look behind Caleb's head. You'll see a sign that says Swallow Street W1.
Oh my God. This is not good, homie. For Cisco's in the
Look though. I'm not trying to be funny, homie. If you put a hat on dude next to Caleb, it looks just alike. Same nose, big ass head, round.
Cisco hot. You call Cisco got a big head?
He got a big round. I got a big head too. Ain't that wrong, big head? You got a big ass head, JB. You hard headed.
Cisco said red light district. Homie, first of all, did this guy really have his nails painted?
We don't know the story. I don't know if he painted it before the picture, like got a marker and he wanted to match, or he already had it painted before he got in. I don't know.
So he got a nails painted, met Caleb Williams in Chicago, and then they happen to be on Swallow Street. You can't make this up. There's no way. I think it's all bullshit. There's no way, right? Because if that's the case, then just like the Democratic Party, most of you should leave today. You got to leave the Chicago Bears fan base, right?
I'm not sure where Bailey got this, so I can't verify if it's like a troll thing or not. It looks real, but
no, it's real.
I'm not sure.
It looks real. Yeah.
It looks real.
I saw it yesterday.
But listen, at the end of the day, on a serious note, all right, listen. At this point, we know Caleb paints his nails. At some point, it's like, whatever. Like, I don't like it, you don't like it, but we can't harp on the same thing for fucking 10 years. He paints his nails, we don't like it. All right, move on. Took a picture with a fan. It's funny. That's what it is. Caleb Williams and the Bears, though, the Bears are investing in their quarterback. I know they got 2 offensive linemen that I think they traded picks for. I think, is it Joe Thuney, if I'm not mistaken? And, Joe Thuney. And they got another cat, too. There we go. Bailey, a bad boy. And Jonah Jackson, they got both of them on the Bears. So they're investing in their quarterback. They will believe in their quarterback. They got a new offensive mind there. Listen, I know everybody's, going in or went in on Caleb Williams and, we should have got Jaden Daniels. And I still think Jaden Daniels is like a better quarterback than Caleb. I'm at a point where I think Caleb is like just done. Like, I don't think year one is going to showcase exactly who Caleb's going to be. Every rookie don't come out just balling. I saw some signs last year that shows me that Caleb Williams can still be a good quarterback in the league. I'm not saying Hall of Famer and best quarterback in the league, but a good middle of the pack quarterback, top 15 quarterback. I can see him doing it. He has the skill sets to do that. You got him some protection. He got weapons already. We'll see what they do in the draft. Don't be surprised if Caleb Williams has call it a wake-up year or whatever in year 2. Do not be surprised if we're on this show talking about, damn, 300 yards passing, 30 for 40, completion percentage, ran for 2. Like, he has that in him, regardless of the nails being painted or not.
He got something in him. I'd be dick. Anyway, let's move on. That's just crazy to me. Swallow Street is just unbelievable with nails painted. You can't make it up. You can't make this generation up. You can't make it up. You all right, homie?
My shoulder was shoulder. Yeah, I'm good.
Anybody? I'm ashamed for all the Bears fans. Sorry for you guys. I'm sorry. I'm gonna say sorry for the first time on the show. I'm sorry, Chicago Bear fans. I'm sorry.
You never apologize, homie.
I just never apologize. No, I feel sorry for them because he's going to have a worse year. He's going to even have a worse year next year, and he'll be probably just. I don't know what. Oh, he will. He's horrible.
I don't see it.
But anyway,
I don't see it.
Yeah.
Well, let's dive into this before we go to our last commercial break before Shaun King joins us. And we kind of teased it a little bit earlier, but we didn't really fully dive into it. Last night, the Lakers got a big time win against the Pelicans, despite Zion Williams' 37 points. Let me ask you this though, JB. Damn, that dunk's so nasty, Jason. That dunk nasty, homie. You gotta keep it real. Let's talk about this real quick, homie. Where do you rank right now, currently? Where do you put LeBron at in terms of the best players in the game? Is he still in conversation as being the best player in the game right now?
Yep.
Really?
Yeah, because the league's so shitty and soft. Yeah, no doubt about it. He's clearly one of the best. There's no question. I got Steph still in there with him, Gilgeous-Alexander,
Joker.
See, I'm an AD fan skill set wise. I think AD's top 5 talent in the NBA. He just don't play enough, so I can't have him in there. Kawhi Leonard's gone and done with, and Embiid's done with. Paul George is a figment of his imagination of himself. He's fucking a talented guy, but just I don't know what happened to him. Rather do podcasts, I guess. I don't know. He said he's going to stop doing podcasts. Well, then you better stop talking to media too in your own house. I don't understand any of these guys. I would have Joker, Alexander, LeBron, Luka, and Tatum. Because Tatum doesn't score he doesn't have the gaudy points anymore. He's playing like just within what they do. And then this year, for instance, you probably have to put Donovan Mitchell in the mix.
I was gonna say, I'm hooping.
Giannis has been hit and miss lately. He's hurt. I don't know what his deal is. He's not the dominant player we all have come to watch over the last few years. So I don't know what has happened to him. I do like the young kid in Detroit as far as up and comers.
Oh yeah, is it Cade Cunningham?
I mentioned him the other day actually on the show. I do like him a lot. Like the best player for the Clippers is Norman Powell, and he's a guy that's kind of like a fucking.
He was a role player up to this year, but he's their highest scorer. He was hurt last night. I don't know if you watched the game. They played the Suns last night. They were up big, and this Kevin Durant finally got pissed off in the second half and just took off, and they came back and won. But yeah, LeBron is crazy. He's in my top 10. I don't know where he's at. I have to really maybe we can do a list in the week. I have to really go through the players, kind of look, but I think he's in my top 10, which is just insane to say at this point. I remember we used to always have talks when we were younger in debates as a Kobe fan of all right, I can't wait till LeBron gets older and he loses his athleticism. Let's see how good he'll be. Because, the argument back in the day was always that, LeBron isn't that skilled of a basketball player. He's just a freak athlete who plays basketball. But, to his point, he has lost some athleticism, but he's still found a way. His jump shot's gotten better. His three-point shot is damn sure gotten better. And he's found a ways to still impact the game, even though he's lost a little bit of a step. So that's what I'm saying.
I guess, the youngsters, as far as the youngsters go, I just don't know if they've superseded and taken over some of these guys. Like Anthony Edwards, we know he's a talent.
Yeah.
Jaylen Brown's still a talent. I don't know. To me, the Celtics, two guys, Jaylen Brown and Tatum, who can go and hit 40 a night if they want, but they're playing within the system is what I see. That's how I see. I don't think Tatum Tatum just being a consistent, well-rounded player for a Celtics team that's trying to catch Cleveland, which I don't think they will, but I still think they're the team to beat in the East. What is he averaging? 25, 26 a game. He's in the top 10, but he's not going out there to be the assassin that he was last year, in my opinion. So you can still score a decent amount of points and average. KD's scoring 27 still, I think, but they're horrible. They're fucking garbage.
KD and Booker are in the top 10 in scoring, and they're not even playing right now.
Yeah, points ain't everything to me. I see Tatum playing better than I've seen him in the last few years, and that's saying a lot. And that doesn't mean scoring. He's actually playing within the system that understands how to win a title now. That's scary if you're a Laker fan, because you're trying to catch that. You're trying to catch that team that's just passed you up last year in titles. So,
and they still young too, homie. That's the scary part. Tatum is young. It's just that they've reached high levels of success at a very young age. So it feels like he's been in the league for 14 years, but he hasn't. Still in his 20s, and to your point, has just now found that comfort level within the system. So it's going to be a very exciting playoffs. I think I can see.
I know Giannis is top 2 or 3 scorer. I guess early in the season, Giannis was kind of just wasn't popping out at everybody, and he was hurt and shit. But I guess he's came back on strong. I get it. Yeah, we know Giannis was a freak. We all know he's probably the most freakish talent in the league as far as height, wingspan, ability to jump, block shots. And I don't think anybody can stop the dude if he wants to just say, "Here, I'm Shaq. I'm the new age Shaq." But I just don't see this. I just haven't seen that, I guess, just elite takeover that we used to by Giannis. Maybe the Bucks have started off slow and they've come back on a little bit. Doc has them kind of playing better, but they're still a team that, I don't know. Are they a real contender in the East? I think the Knicks are even more of a contender than them. Jalen Brunson's balling.
I'll say this. The Bucks are the 4th seed. The Bucks are the 4th seed right now. I think this the early part of the season, the way they were looking with Doc I think that's probably kind of still in the back of our minds a little bit, making us kind of think that the Bucks aren't that serious. But they're right there, kind of where they want to be. Honestly, though, they're playing solid. Dame and Giannis have kind of got a little bit more of a.
Anytime you got Giannis,
late,
you got a shot, right? You got a shot anytime you got Giannis.
Yeah, and Giannis, you said he's number 2 in scoring in the league right now. Quietly though, to your point, like no media's really talking about the Bucks. No media's talking about Giannis and Dame, which to me, I mean, that's a good thing if I'm the Bucks. I don't want them talking about. I want to sneak up on people. You know what I'm saying? But if you got Giannis and you got Dame in the playoffs, say what you want about Doc. I know he ain't been back in a long time, but he's still a championship winning coach. So, I mean, you got those pieces, anything can happen, especially out east where, Cavs, they look amazing, but that's a young team. So if I'm the Bucks, the team I'm really like, I would be concerned about is obviously the champions, the Celtics. Other than that, I'm like, shoot, I feel like we can beat anybody else out here. So
the craziest stat line, to me, it's got to be Joker though, who averages 29, 12, almost 13 rebounds and almost 11 assists averages. That's crazy.
And he's also top 5 in steals. He averaged 1.8 steals a game as a big. That's big.
Crazy. I mean, the bigs aren't the bigs anymore, but I get it. It's crazy. He has to move his big ass. Yeah, I get it.
I mean, that's still, yeah. You look across the list, there's some other guards, so that's still big for him, So, Joker, he's a beast, man. So, as I'm saying, it's like a handful of teams I can see. I see Boston repeating. I see the Lakers actually doing something and possibly winning, and LeBron kind of maybe retiring off the win and kind of making it a big deal. I can see fucking Nuggets.
Seriously though, I don't watch basketball. I haven't watched basketball. I can still out talk anybody in the chat about it. But here's the thing. Let me ask you: isn't that showing you how weak this league has gotten though? Seriously, look at the stats. Look at the stats. Look at the stats, homie. Seriously, the league is weak. Let's be real.
I've been watching.
We're not just hating. We're not just hating. Be honest. A 40-year-old is dominating the league still. Player of the month. But 22nd year in the NBA.
Well, that's credit to him, though, JB. It's not like they're guarding him hard. It's not like they letting him go score. LeBron just still looks good.
It go both ways, though. You can't just tell me the 40-year-old's dominating the league first time we've ever seen it, and the league is as strong as we've ever seen it. It's clearly not. There's a reason why no one watches anymore. The viewership's all-time low. There's a reason why.
There's multiple reasons.
But I'm just saying it's the fact, though. It's like
is because to me, stars sit out, number one, and because what I told you earlier, this new generation do not sit down and just watch full games. That ain't got nothing to do with nothing.
You just strengthened my point. You just strengthened my point, though.
But that don't mean that it's not all the product.
You know what we should do? We should do a stat and find a deep dive into basketball if we're going to do it for the spring.
You should.
How many guys that do sit out that LeBron would possibly have to play night in and night out that he doesn't face on the other team?
That's like an impossible stat to figure out.
I don't face Kawhi Leonard to play defense on me every night. I don't face fucking Wemby. I don't face a Wemby. I don't face a MB when we play them. I don't face a Joker when we play them. I'm just saying. I'm just throwing names out. I'm just saying. That matters, homie. If this dude is doing what he's doing in a league that's fucking dropped in viewership by 60%, there's a reason why people aren't watching. Come on now. Don't sit there and tell me that this is the greatest fucking thing we've ever seen in the NBA.
No, I'm not saying that at all, but I got to push back when we act like it's just all the that's not 100% with the product. It's multiple reasons why viewership went down. It's some have to do with the product for sure, and we're talking about players sending out all that, this and the third. It all have to do with games being on fucking 15 different streaming platforms you got to have. It has to do with short attention span. It has to do with a lot of different things as well. But when I'm telling you, somebody who's watching the NBA, these guys are competing. We have some of the best athletes we've ever seen. And it's not like LeBron ain't out here just getting a weak-ass defense, just making wide-open shots all day. No, he's actually still hooping and still looks good, still athletic, still has the first step, still has the quickness. So I'm saying I don't want to downgrade what LeBron's doing by saying, oh, because he's in a weak-ass league. Nah, bro. I've watched basketball my whole life, too. And LeBron is just still looks good. He's still finding ways to impact the game.
So now Smitty doesn't believe in two things can be true.
No, I do.
Got it.
I am giving you two things. That's literally what I'm saying. I'm saying that it's not all on the product. It's the product, but there's also other factors as well that have gone into play.
We know the defense NBA is a joke. Come on. Don't even go defend it. It's a 3-point perimeter game now. There's no more down to the block. Any fucking foul is reviewed for 10 minutes. This is the softest era of sports ever. Let's just be real. So you're going to benefit from that at an older age freak like LeBron. Yeah, I agree with you. LeBron's a freak. No, we ain't taking that away. I don't give a fuck about all that other shit. He's a freak of nature. He's 40, and he's doing it in his 22nd year and all that old shit. But again, I can't say and believe that he's going to do that same shit with resistance from a fucking Scottie Pippen era. It just ain't going to happen. I don't believe it. It's become centers shooting threes, Smitty, instead of being in the paint when LeBron James drives the ball to the basket and getting clubbed. That wears on your body. Stop. You can't tell me it doesn't.
LeBron would have dogged Scottie Pippen.
We'll be back in 4 minutes. God damn. That's a horrific take.
Savannah's Bananas baseball team that does all the dancing. The Savannah Bananas baseball team that does all the dancing. Coach JB, just react to this, man, and kind of give you a take on why so many people watch this. They're one of the more popular, sports teams. They're like the Harlem Globetrotters for baseball is how I would compare it. And very popular. People love them. They literally sell out crowds, make a lot of money. A lot of these guys actually played, I think, baseball at some point for real, like maybe in college or whatever. Now they kind of do this thing for fun. But what's your take? Why do you think so many people actually like them? Hey, baby. Good morning.
Go back to his name. Rewind. Go back. Rewind it. Right there. Pause it. Go back to his name, Bailey. Let me see his last name. Let me see that right there. That's why. Because he sucks cocks. Because he's a gay. This is gay. Suck cocks. That's why. He has the perfect last name. The fuck are we doing here, homie?
You a homophobe, homie.
The fuck are we doing? God damn. Oh, hell no. You fucking shitting me. You would not go see this fucking in real life. Stop the cat. Tell me right now, truth or lie. Would you go see this?
I don't watch baseball like that.
You wouldn't go see. Just keep it. Smitty's so good at this media shit. Like, you all talk that shit and he always wants to fluff me. Fluff me. He's good at this, homie. He knows how to be so mainstream corporate. I can't wait to get him out of there. I gotta be honest. I can't wait to get him out and do it.
I still ain't gonna be you. That's what makes our show great, though, in my opinion. If we were the exact same,
you'll be a little different. Like, you might have just been like, nah, JV, that's a little too gay for me. Like, you might have said that. You might say that one day.
You're like, crazy, man.
Like how Smitty said, like, yeah, I don't like baseball like that. Like, he skipped over the mirrors and the cocks and all that shit. He skipped over all that shit.
I'm a bad boy, homie. I'm a bad boy, homie.
You know how to do it. Like, you know how to play the game.
The chat, like, they so micro, like, thinkers. They're so simple-minded that they don't even catch all the little shit I be doing.
Oh, I know. Yeah, no. I'm so good in advance in this space. Because I have the it factor again, because I don't have to watch Laker games. I know everything about the game last night.
Yo, Shaun King back with us on the final hour of the show, man. Make sure y'all subscribe, become a member, because this last hour about to be the best hour. How you doing, Mr. King?
All good in the hood, baby. Steph Curry, greatest, second greatest, third greatest NBA basketball player ever.
He went from greatest to second greatest to third greatest.
Behind MJ and Kobe. Behind MJ and Kobe. If he leads Golden State and Jimmy Butler to a championship, to me, he jumps ahead of LeBron.
All right.
Here's why. He never chased anybody. He made everybody come to him. So Klay Thompson, Andre Iguodala, Draymond Green, only championships with Steph Curry. KD, only championships with Steph Curry. If he gets Jimmy Butler a championship and all those guys came to Golden State, that's pretty damn impressive, dog.
He'll one up LeBron in numbers total. He'll be better head-to-head regardless of Smitty's take on who he had, because we can argue that LeBron chased it. Steph didn't. I'm with you. I'm kind of with you. Let me ask you this.
No, Jimmy, keep going. Keep giving reasons why Steph will be better.
Stayed in one place. He's a much better dribbler, much better shooter, much better free throw shooter, much better big game finisher. LeBron can't dribble. He's very, very overrated at any one thing.
No,
let me ask you something. I got to ask you, Smitty. If I were to ask LeBron James to come teach my youngsters how to shoot free throws, I would want the best guy in the world to do that, right? You're not having LeBron do that, are you?
No, but he's not the best. Right. Jordan won the best free throw shooter. Kobe won the best free throw shooter either.
Let me keep going. If I wanted to teach a guy a dribbling class, I'd never have LeBron do that, right?
Or Jordan or Kobe. I probably have Kyrie Irving probably, or AI, or maybe Tim Hardaway when we go back in the days.
Much better ball handlers. If I want to shoot 3-point shot or a jump shot, I'm not getting LeBron James. Horrible shooter, let's be honest.
Not a horrible shooter.
He's not the best. He's not the best at anything, but you guys consider him the GOAT. He's not the best at anything. He's the best at longevity. I guess he could fuck all night. I guess, because that's what he's really good at. Because that motherfucker's only good for longevity. I'm just gonna keep it real.
You know what makes LeBron great? You know what makes LeBron great though? Is he's that he's good in everything.
Yeah, he's good in everything. Not great.
LeBron was a top tier on ball defender.
Steph is great.
I think he's arguably the best at getting to the rim. In his prime, he was unstoppable getting to the rim. You're either gonna foul him, or he's just gonna dunk on you or finish.
Let's do this. Let's do this.
He's the top passer of all time. He's the all-time scorer, whether it's longevity or not. He broke a record that we thought would never get broken. All-time scorers haven't done that. People that we love. So I'm not gonna just act like that's nothing. He's
never surpassed Kobe or Jordan.
At some point, bro, it's just hate. And I'm not a LeBron guy. That's why you know what is real.
You sound like it.
I do not like LeBron.
You sound like a fan.
You don't sound like that.
You just met me like a year ago. So you don't know. Anybody knows me.
To a realization. I know what it is.
FA in the chat, my homie in the chat, tell them straight up. I'm not a LeBron fan at all. I got facts.
You sound like it. You're fooling us. You're fooling Shaun. I gotta be honest, Shaun. I think I found out,
baby, that you lied.
I found out what it is. Because to Shaun's point, last night Shaq came out and Smitty said, "Hey, this is even a topic that Shaun and I already discussed earlier this week on Monday." Shaq came out and said Steph Curry needs to start getting GOAT conversationalist talk. And Smitty was like, "Man, this is another topic, another great legend saying it." Shaun, I'm just going to keep it real. You know what it is? Steph is light-skinned. Smitty don't like that shit. And that's what it is. I'm going to go with that. I'm going to stick with that.
Thank you, F.A.
I'm going to do this.
Big fan of the show. My boy F.A. said, you don't have to be a LeBron fan to be real. JB, stop it. Thank you, F.A. And F.A., please tell them, the chat, have I ever been a LeBron fan? You've been knowing me for a long time, brother. Have I ever been a LeBron fan? Please let them know.
Don't matter.
Go ahead, Shaun.
So here's why I'm so qualified to speak on this. I don't dislike or hate or try and diminish anything LeBron has accomplished. I'm simply saying, if we revisit this conversation after the NBA Finals, and it's Golden State led by Steph Curry holding up that trophy with Jimmy Butler, who's went everywhere trying to get a championship. Chicago, Minnesota, Philadelphia, Miami. I think it elevates Steph to a level slightly above LeBron because he played in LeBron's era. So all 5 of these championships would have come with LeBron in the league.
I don't get why that's so hard to understand. Smitty, is that not a fair? If Steph wins a title this year, does it not carry weight?
Oh no, hold on, 100%, y'all. Like, don't get the shit twisted. Look, Steph's the top 10 guy right now, in my opinion. So I'm not anti-Steph. He's one of my favorite players. I'm just saying, I think we got to pump the brakes a little bit when we're saying that he's better than a LeBron James. Because let me ask you this: if we're saying he's better than LeBron, why is he? Why? I'm just asking you a question. Why wouldn't we say he's better than potentially Kobe or Jordan? Then?
Well, for me,
Kobe. Let's use Kobe as a better example.
So for me,
Kobe locked Steph down. Go watch the film. Kobe locked Steph down every time they played. No other player I've seen get locked down.
To your mind, Steph made the 3. I know what you're thinking about.
Locked him down.
He picked him up full court, and Steph made the 3.
You can make a 3. You can make a 3, but getting locked down, homie, for a whole game is a difference. Come on, stop.
I think Steph is chasing Kobe because Kobe did it all with LA.
Okay, so that's your big thing, Shaun.
Yes.
Doing it in one location.
I give Steph a lot of credit because in an era when guys were moving around trying to get to this big city so they can grow their brand and win NBA games, I know Golden State is typically in San Francisco, but Steph stayed put, man.
Right.
And it's not like, even though San Francisco is a pretty big city, it's not like Golden State is this national brand. Like, you're not going to go to New York and see a bunch of people walking around with Golden State, jerseys on, or you're not going to go to another state and see that. And he stayed put.
Shaun, can I ask you a question, though? Because I love that, too. That's one thing I love about Kobe. Although Kobe was about to leave out until they finally made some moves. But
was about to doesn't mean shit, homie.
Yeah, because they made moves and they brought him the right players.
So when he does it for leverage, it's okay. But when these other guys do it for leverage, it's okay. But not Kobe. Okay, got it. Go ahead.
Think about it. I'm just giving context, JB.
He didn't leave though, homie. He didn't leave. You're talking about it.
That's my point, Shaun. I love what you're saying about Steph. That's something that I like as well. But don't you think part of him not wanting to leave is because of the great system he had around him, meaning that great coaches and Mark Jackson, then Steve Kerr, great players and Hall of Famers and Draymond Green and Klay Thompson. So I'm saying he had a big 3 in the core to where it's like, why would I leave? Like, there's no reason for me to leave. I'm in a great situation right now. Then they bring in Kevin Durant. Then they bring in Jimmy Butler. So it's like at some point, it's like, why would I leave? If I'm Kobe, it's like I get in the league. I get in the league with Shaq and all these Rick Fox, Robert Horry, all these legends. Then I have some bad years. I think about leaving. Then they give me Pau Gasol and LO. And so it's like, all I'm saying is that context and situation also plays a role in that. All I'm saying.
Well, first of all, until one of those guys wins the championship, sub Steph, then Steph is the reason. Steph has won before KD and after KD. KD still hasn't won again. Right. And Draymond Green is a career triple single guy. So
he's a Hall of Famer. He's there. No, say what you want. Listen, y'all. Come on, y'all. If y'all basketball guys and y'all say y'all are, and I'm giving y'all that respect, I respect both of y'all. Do not sit here and tell me Draymond's fucking role on this team has not been vital when it comes to playmaking ability and defense.
So why,
he's a Hall of Famer, though?
Yes, he is.
Why is Robert Horry not in the Hall of Fame?
He's a two-time defensive. I think he's a two-time defensive player of the year. Why is Robert
Horry not in the Hall of Fame?
I don't know.
He was a pivotal role player for a bunch of championship teams.
Yeah, he wasn't a defensive player. He wasn't a defensive player of the year.
I mean, he'd probably get in.
He wasn't a player of the year. Hey, Draymond Green has been one of the top defensive players.
You don't know. You never watched Robert Horry D up the best player, homie.
He's not no
Robert Horry one of the best defensive players, homie. Come on, man. Come on, man. You're killing me right here.
Hold on, homie. So on one side, because the other day, fucking one of your biggest excuses, JB, was Draymond got out the game. That's why Golden State. That's why.
He's a Hall of Famer.
Fuck that. On one side, you want to give him credit and say he the reason Golden State lost. But
On
on the
that
flip
team.
side, you want to say he ain't shit. Pick your poison, homie. Is
Hold
he
on,
bad or
that's
is he
not
not?
what I'm
Is he a
saying.
scrub or is
You're
he
moving
not?
the ring. You're moving the thing. So Sean's point is, he was a great role player on that team. They needed him to win, just like Robert Horry was a great fucking role player who hit 2 and 3 3-pointers. They needed to win the series, homie. It doesn't mean he's a Hall of Famer. Let me just get to the brass tacks here. How many Hall of Famers right now has LeBron played with versus how many right now has Curry played with? Go.
I don't know the numbers.
Well, Dwayne Wade's a Hall of Famer.
Yeah.
Right?
Wade,
We know that, right?
Kyrie,
AD's a Hall of Famer. AD will be a Hall of Famer. AD's a no-brainer. You said AD's a no-brainer. You said it, and Steve Kim said it.
He's a top 75 player, of course.
I don't believe it, but anyway, that's another story.
Hey, JB, hold on, JB. Draymond Green's career statistics: 8.7 points, 6.9 rebounds, 5.6 assists. And I know his value to
excellent, Sean. That's a Hall of Famer to Smitty generation.
Hall of Fame in the NBA sweep.
Sean don't watch no basketball in this prison. Sean don't watch no basketball or has no knowledge of basketball. Stick to football,
I watch
Sean.
a whole lot
that
of
proved
basketball.
everything, homie.
Just because he's important to Golden State does not make him a freaking Hall of Fame.
That proved everything. What you just said proved everything. That's
Smitty.
horrible. I cannot believe you just said that, homie.
Let me ask you something, Smitty. Real talk.
NBA Hall of Fame sweep.
He's been one of the premier defensive players in the league for his entire career. Multiple time defensive player of the year, and the biggest playmaker for the Golden State Warriors. Those are actual literal facts. If you watch the game, you see the impact he has when he's on the team versus when he's out. Steph Curry, he's made Steph Curry's life way better when Draymond's on the court.
Hey, Shaun, we got to move on. We'll never get through the defender.
We ain't got nothing to talk about. Here's
the thing about it, though.
Right now. Y'all
How are
tripping
you?
on Draymond.
All right, well,
if he was so shitty, he would have been gone, homie. If he was so shitty, he would have been. Let me ask you a fact. He scored for the Warriors. His ass would have been gone.
Let me ask you a fact.
But Dennis Rodman's a Hall of Famer who averaged fucking 4 points or something a game. Stop.
Huge difference. Huge difference.
For the old school.
Huge difference.
Kill me with that.
Huge difference.
Kill me with that.
Let me ask you again. I've seen both. You've seen one, but you know more. I've seen both. You've seen one, but you know. Let me ask you. How is Draymond Green a Hall of Famer when he's not even an All-Star? I want to know that, Smitty, since you know so motherfucking much, homie. How is he a Hall of Famer when he's not even a year in, year out All-Star in a shitty-ass league? I want to know.
Was Dennis Rodman an All-Star every single year? Is he a 50-time All-Star? He's a 50-time All-Star? Don't shake your head and look it up, homie.
Yeah. Rodman literally locked out everybody. I've seen Draymond get dogged. I've seen Draymond get fucking dogged by shitty players. And we're talking about he's a great.
I've seen Draymond lock boys up.
You're so lost and young, homie.
You sound crazy, homie.
Hey, Dennis Rodman averaged 13 rebounds a game over his entire career. Draymond averaged 6.
It's unbelievable, homie. This motherfucker really comparing. He's really comparing Rodman to Draymond Green, homie. You're losing credibility, homie, if you're really doing that.
So Rodman averaged 7 points, Draymond averaged 8. It's like the same, so I didn't bring that one up. The significant difference is in rebounds.
Narrative. I know it don't. I know it don't.
So let's be clear here.
Draymond's a 4-time All-Star, homie. So
you don't know nothing. Dennis Rodman didn't make an All-Star game. You don't know nothing about basketball.
I didn't say that. I'm not the one saying Dennis Rodman shouldn't be a Hall of Famer.
You brought Dennis Rodman up
because JB.
You brought Dennis Rodman up,
and we'll give him all the credit for, even though he has shitty stats, but we'll say no, but his impact was different. But then when I bring up Draymond, who also has bad stats, but if you watch the game, you know his real impact. He wants to say, "Oh, it's this weak area." Make it make sense. Y'all not consistent.
Smitty, what I'm saying, just because he was
context matters, homie. You say it every day.
JB, this is what I'm trying to get Smitty to understand. Just because he was important to Golden State's success, that does not make him an NBA Hall of Famer.
By the way, JB, Dennis Rodman's a 2-time All-Star. 2-time. Draymond's 4. So get your facts straight on that too, homie.
It was tougher to make the All-Star game.
You lose the credibility, homie. You lose the credibility, homie.
How am I losing credibility? Do you know who Dennis Rodman played against?
I'm cooking your ass right now. Y'all
Why are you spitting on the camera?
Next topic, Bailey.
Why are you spitting on the
Next
camera?
topic, Bailey.
You sound dumb as hell.
Hey, can I do the next topic, y'all? Can I do the next topic? Because I was listening yesterday.
Please.
Get this. I was listening.
He watching YouTube videos, homie.
Hey, I was listening yesterday, and I wanted to call in, and I couldn't. And then I text Smitty, and of course he didn't hit me back. So I'm about to block his ass and erase his number since I can't get no return contact when I reach out.
I heard in the hood. I heard in the street that Smitty don't call nobody back.
Right. Yeah, I'm his side chick or something. I mean,
I know. So
y'all were talking about T. Higgins, and I think JB in this particular instance was missing the reason of why this sucks for T. Higgins. It's not the Bengals. Like a lot of young players think they work their whole life to get drafted. Okay, yeah, you do. Well, what you really work your whole life is to hit free agency and have leverage and elite value. And that's why it sucks for T. Higgins, because he would be the top available free agent in this draft class and would get 32 teams to bid for his services. He deserves to have that opportunity. If since he ain't gonna pay him the guaranteed money, give him the security of a long-term deal, he deserves. And it's not a Bengal issue, it's a union issue. The collective bargaining agreement, the players union in the NFL needs to make this a point of contention where you can't franchise a guy more than 1 year. But you as a professional player, there's no better sweet spot than to be a prime age player that's about to hit free agency and have all the leverage. Because all it takes is one team to step up and say, we're going to give you Justin Jefferson money. And maybe T. Higgins might get it. JB asked, is he a 1? 100% he's a 1. Because there's 32 ones in the National Football League.
I get that.
Gotta have a 1.
Here's an issue. How many benefit from the 1, though, on their current roster? That's my argument.
But that's not for a analyst to decide. That's for the market to decide.
No, it's not. Listen, I agree with what you're saying, and I agree with about the money and all that. But he's making $26 million, puts him at 10th. I think Smitty brought up
peanuts,
in the league.
That's peanuts.
But not really. It's $4 million. It's $4 million from the top 5.
But he would be getting a 4-year, $100 million deal with 70 guaranteed potentially.
But
so that's more than 26.
Here's the issue I have, though. He's 1B to the premier wideout in football who benefits from a ball spinner throwing him the ball. If he's going to go be the 1 without that same possibility in another franchise, you're going to see T. Higgins become a average Joe. It's just fact. That's what it is. He's not a 1. Is he really willing to risk losing the ball spinner and the comfort and the allowability that Jamar Chase frees him up with? He don't have that.
Potentially get 50 more million guaranteed. Absolutely,
right. And go play with Josh Allen or another good quarterback.
We're talking about.
So hold on.
I get all that. I'm not trying to pocket check him. I'm just telling you that let's not make a mistake about it. He's benefiting from having Jamar Chase and Burrow.
Hold on a second.
We're not going to have that same luxury.
No. What we're not going to do is compromise our morals. This is the realest show on YouTube, right?
Yes.
Ain't no free agent athlete in no sport that's hitting free agency for the first time coming off a rookie deal give a fuck about the success rate or where they're going.
Preach.
They are getting the bag. Preach. And that's 100% across the board. This not a guy that's already made $150 million that's trying to get a Super Bowl for his legacy. This is a guy who off his rookie deal got franchised last year. Now they're trying to franchise. No, he wants to go get the big bag. And it don't matter where that comes from. So
that's keep it a buck. I can say they ain't better than you. That's 100% fact. That's all I was trying to say yesterday, Sean. He ain't been paid yet, JD. Huh?
He's 26 years old. He's already made $32 million on top of this 26 he's about to get.
Right. So I gotta go get this.
So I don't understand why. But you're talking about me pocket watching, but that's what you two are literally doing right now. He already made $32 million, homie.
No, we're not.
He's making $32 million. You're crying over it.
JB, you're counting what he's made, and it's like making you feel like, oh, he's good to go.
Made $32 million, Shaun. You know damn well you're all over here crying about this motherfucker that's already made $32 million and is already the 7th highest paid wide receiver right now, and y'all crying for him? Come on, man.
We're saying this is how the business works.
Listen, bottom line is let him go. Let that motherfucker go. And when he's a bust, come back on the show and tell
JB, it's not about that. It's not about
I
words.
get it.
It's not about success.
I guess it's the coaching side of me that wants to see him good.
My value is?
Right.
That's what this is about. What does the market say my
rookie
value
is up. This is what it is.
I get it.
We got breaking news.
And watch this. And the thing is, and this is why the union has to address this in the CBA. Cincinnati shouldn't for 2 years straight get to determine this man's value.
Right.
If y'all don't want to pay him, fine. Let him hit the market.
Breaking news, Bailey. What's going on?
Breaking news as of this morning, about 20 minutes ago, the Cincinnati Bengals and veteran defensive end Sam Hubbard, they're actually releasing him after 7 seasons, saving $9.5 million cap. On top of this, Sam Hubbard, who is 29 years old, is actually retiring from the NFL. For news as well.
Hold on, what?
Mm-hmm. Jesus.
Hold on, he retiring? Bet you lying.
Yeah.
What? That's a shock.
So there's got to be something with this. I'm reading that he's born in Cincinnati. He played high school football in Cincinnati. He played collegiately in Ohio. So he's been he's one of them Cincinnati through and through guys. He probably got he probably got a job with the team. Yeah.
He don't want to go to Cleveland.
Or player programs. Listen, man, you ain't got to do this no more, man. We'll pay you this. Just hang around, be around. We put you in the ring of honor 2 years from now. Like, this got to be like some kind of agreement.
Yeah,
he don't want to go to Cleveland or something. Yeah, I think he's pretty like, I thought he was pretty like fucked up.
Yeah, he might.
Yeah, like this past year it wasn't like that hot of a year, but This kind of helps out though. I mean, they're saving. He said 9.5.
All this does, it makes it so they can pay Jamar Chase.
Yeah, Jamar right. Chase you know what, Shaun? I keep forgetting they ain't paid Jamar yet.
Absolutely. And Chase
or Hendrickson. Y'all forget about Hendrickson, who led the league in sacks. They got a lot of issues.
If it come down to Henderson and Chase, then Henderson's out of there.
No, I get it. But what I'm saying is they already have the worst defense in football. They got a lot of holes to fill here. Like, I'm just speaking of, and Shaun, you dabble in this space. You dabble in GM market space. This is not a team that
I'm not saying it's wrong what the Bengals are doing to T. Higgins. I'm saying the Bengals are doing what's best for them. They're playing the game. It's like I'm a domino player, right? Yeah. I hate to play Knicks. I'm a guy 10s only, 10s and up. But if I go to JB's Cigar Lounge and they play Knicks, I got to play Knicks. The Bengals just playing by the rules. It's not their fault. But I'm saying this is what T. Higgins wants at the end of the day. And listen, Jamar Chase, I'm sure his agent has told the Bengals, we are not signing anything that doesn't make us the highest paid non-quarterback in total value, in guaranteed money, in upfront money, and in annual salary.
And that man earned it.
He's getting that. Jamar's getting that. Jamar's going to get it.
He'll
be the highest non-paid quarterback. He'll be the highest.
They should have paid him before the season. They would have saved money.
So dumb.
These businesses, they just don't be thinking it. They so worried about saving money and giving the guy too much money that they end up spending more money because they wait. You know, shout out to Jamar Chase going out there still playing and balling out the way he did. To your point, they got to give him that full bag. I don't know. It's business. I understand both sides. I understand the Bengals trying to save, but I just feel like, man, they've always been a cheap organization. Shaun can speak on it more than me, but they've always been this way and they've never won. So it's like the definition of insanity is doing the same thing, expecting different results. At some point, man, you got to take care of those that take care of you. And how are other free agents and players going to want to come play for Cincy when they see this nonsense? And you got players like Jamar and T. Higgins and others going out, talking to them behind the scenes like, hey, man, these dudes is crazy. They cheat. They don't want to pay. You go out there and ball out, do this, that, and the third. Your quarterback is vouching for you. They still don't want to pay you. And it's just like, damn, man. So, like, again, I'm not crying for his money. All these league guys are rich and they got the bag. We get it. They got a lot of money. I'm not crying for nobody. I'm just saying in the NFL world, he has not been paid his value for the position in the NFL space, not compared to what we make every single day. He's been on a rookie deal. He hasn't signed that second contract is what I'm trying to say. He ain't signed that that next boom. So this is a big deal. If he goes out there and he plays on the franchise tag again, and knock on wood, Lord forbid, God forbid, he gets hurt, now he'll never get that money. So that's why it's important. It's not about making him a top 7 paid guy or whatever, top 5 paid guy this particular season. It's about the guaranteed money and the long-term money to know, hey, I got 40 million or whatever, 60 million guaranteed, and I got a 3-4 year deal. Now I know I'm secure. I'm good. I can sit back and take a deep breath. I don't have to be stressed out. This year-to-year stuff is dangerous and risky for players, man.
This motherfucker said 26 million is risky.
John, you know what I'm talking about. JB,
Hey, listen.
JB, you can't win an argument with JB. He'll put out one thing and then JB
like that stubborn. JB like that stubborn uncle that don't drink milk.
He don't know. JB,
no matter how many ways you show him that milk is a hell of an ingredient.
Here's the reason why I like
milk, man.
He literally don't listen, John.
Here's the reason though that y'all micro thinkers don't grasp the fact that Joe Burrow is being wasted in front of our very eyes. The best fucking top 3 ball spinner in football, we're being wasted.
Sean, don't let him off the hook, Sean. This is how you get it, Sean. He switched the whole shit.
It ain't the whole shit.
Higgins, homie.
It ain't the whole shit. It's the fact that we want to see. Shaun and I bitch and moan on this show all the time about the quality of product we're missing by not seeing a guy like Burrow in the playoffs. And you want to go make sure we see a guy go to a shithole team and not do anything, just get it because he got a bag. But the competition level of the NFL is fucking garbage. Make it make sense since you know so motherfucking much, Smitty. You guys are crazy, homie. It don't have nothing to do with it. He got 26 mil, though. You act like he's broke on fucking EBT card, homie. We got fuck out of here, man. Cry me a river for these prima donna bitch-ass motherfuckers. They're soft, homie. Fuck that. Man up and play, homie, or get the fuck out. Go back to CFL there.
Hey, JB, watch
me.
Hey, JB, watch this.
They're soft, Shaun. You know they're soft, Shaun. You know they're soft.
Please take it, Shaun. Please, Smitty, you're a former player. Please take it, Shaun.
Hey, Smitty, listen.
They soft.
Hey,
cry me a river. Oh, pay them go.
Let Shaun go. It's our guest. Let him talk.
It's like a big corporation calling JB about purchasing the JB and Smitty show, right?
Right.
And they want to give him a 1-year deal. He's going to be like, go fuck yourself.
No, it's not, Shaun. Come on, stop.
Yes.
Spot on.
No, it's not.
Yes.
You know why?
I can't give you all our business. We've had talks.
Let me cook Shaun real quick on this. Let me cook both of you on this.
2 years and then I do it. I've heard
Let me tell you the difference. Let me tell you the difference in the quarterback mentality, which I'm confused and Shaun doesn't have. No, I want to, Shaun. You know why I want to say that? Because I have a co-host in Smitty and a producer in Bailey that I would have to look out for. Just as Tom Brady's done when he won all his titles and sacrificed a little bit of a bag to make it a better team. But guess what? Y'all think it's get the bag for you. Go be on a shitty-ass Cleveland Browns team with no quarterback just so you got an extra $4 million. Get the fuck out of here. No, I wouldn't take that down and turn it down because I'm going to want to pay Smitty and Bailey and my guest and Shaun King. So no, I wouldn't turn it down. I wouldn't say fuck you. Blah, blah, blah. I'm going to accept it.
Go, Shaun.
T. Higgins want to take care of mama, daddy, sister, brother, all 3 side chicks. Like, hey, don't get mad at him because he's doing the same thing you did.
JB want all the star players who balled out of control during their rookie deal to take the hometown discount and be thankful that you've already made good money and that the organization will gather you. Don't go out there and get paid.
Hold on a second.
You got paid already.
Hey, Smitty, now that I went to a 3-day a week, which is like over the 2.5 days a week threshold, I'm still like a semi full-time employee. When you start talking about the deal and taking care of Smitty and JB, can you save just a little corner pocket up the back for me?
I said your name. I literally said you. Here's the cold part. Let me make some sense on this since we've been arguing about this for a week. Let me be clear. Let me be clear. I just want to ask you a very simple question. Both of you guys. Is T. Higgins the best receiver in Cincinnati?
No. Jamar Chase is.
Thank you. And y'all are fighting for this motherfucker to be paid more than Jamar Chase.
He's the second best receiver in the division.
That's how y'all sound, though.
He's the
y'all
second best receiver in the division.
Y'all are fighting for a dude that is not the best receiver on his team to make the best receiver money. It makes no sense, homie. Homie, y'all acting like this motherfucker's the number one.
You pissing me off.
He ain't the number one.
He
ain't the number one.
He is the number one.
He is the number one. He's not even the number one.
He is a number one.
Jason?
No, he's not.
It's 32 teams. He's one of the top 32 wide receivers on the planet. He's a number one.
I don't agree with that.
Gotta have a number one
Before we go into that,
He's not better than Higgins. He's not better than Zay Flowers. He's not better than George Pickens. He's not better than that. What are you talking about? He's the best in the division.
He is better than Way better.
He's not even the best in the division. He's not even the fifth best in his division, and you want to pay him top dollar.
You tripping, number one. Number two, we did not say pay him more than Jamar Chase. You're not gonna get away with that because what you say.
No.
And then the chat one, the chat. Oh yeah, you
Smitty, don't weaken.
Me and Shaun did not say that. Smitty, do not put the words in my mouth.
Don't weaken your argument. The argument is let the market decide what T. Higgins is worth. Not this apparatus that's in place to prevent him from getting to the market. I don't think Brandon Ayuk is worth what he's worth. What the Niners paid him. It only take one team.
All the number two got Jalen Waddle got paid. I think he has like 30 million. Devontae Smith got paid. I think he's like more like 27, but he got paid I think last summer, 2 summers ago. So that was a different market. All these guys who may not be the 1A, but they're the 1B, and they could be ones on other teams. They're the good organizations. They take care of them. I was just speaking about the Eagles and shout out the Eagles for what they did with Saquon Barkley. He's in year one of a 3-year deal, ain't been with the team for a full calendar year, and they already read him up and made him the highest paid running back in history. Winning organizations take care of their star players, plural. You don't have to be the number one star. You're a star player. We take care of you. The Eagles paid Devontae, AJ, Saquon, Jalen. They're going to pay the other Jalen too when it's time is right. That's what the good organizations do. I don't understand how JB don't understand that. I hope you never, moving forward, now that I know where your mind is at, don't negotiate no business for the Coach JB show with Big Smitty. Please, leave that to me. Because you like to leave money on the damn table. And I want every fucking penny, dime, nickel, and dollar known to man. Because I want to get paid. I want Bay to get paid. I want the guests to get paid. And Jason, I want your ass to get paid. And the way you negotiate, you know what? We already got some money. We don't need all that, man. We appreciate y'all even want to work with us, man. You know what? You keep the other half. We'll take
you
that.
Do realize, Shaun, you do realize
crazy, homie. And cut
you
that,
do realize Smitty just made my point.
Cut that, Paris, because this dude don't know how to do no good business. You gonna have us broke the whole
Shaun,
damn time.
You do realize you gave an opportunity, Shaun. You told him, Shaun, no, don't weaken his argument. He just made my point. I don't know how smart you got to be to realize that, but this motherfucker just made my point. And Shaun gave you, fucking told you to shut the fuck up. He told you to shut the fuck up, homie. You're not very smart. He told you, don't do it.
I ain't smart.
But you didn't listen. You just made my fucking point. You just made my point. I don't understand how you just don't get it. Micro. I don't get it. Fuck.
You said a lot to say nothing right there, but we'll move on. All right, the next topic, man. The 49ers starting offer for QB Brock Purdy contract extension is reportedly $45 million per year. Tua, on the contrary, currently makes $53 million per year. So I'm going to ask you first, Shaun. Does Brock Purdy deserve top dollar at QB?
He deserves more than Tua got. And if I'm his agent, I'm not taking a penny less.
I'm with you on that 100%. It all depends what perspective you're coming from. If I'm Brock Purdy's agent, I'm looking at the market. I'm like, Trevor Lawrence got paid, I think, like 55. Tua got paid like 53. I'm looking at all these guys who have not really haven't played better than me, honestly. You could argue comparable, whatever, but I've done more. I've been in the Super Bowl, outplayed Mahomes in the Super Bowl. I've been in an NFC championship game. People argue that I would have been to another Super Bowl if I didn't hurt my elbow that game. So I've had way more success than these other cats who are getting paid more than me. If I'm with you, Shaun, ain't no way
I was making peanuts. So I basically been a free asset the last 3 years. Nope, pay me.
Oh, that's back pay. I've been taking a discount. So you owe me for that time.
And I didn't set the market; they did. I'm just participating in it.
Preach. Coach Jason, what's your thoughts?
I wouldn't pay him a square to piss. But next.
He's horrible.
He's horrible. Next.
So hold on, let me put context on this. This has nothing to do with my opinion of how good of a player Purdy is. I'm saying I think Brock Purdy's better than Tua.
We already know based on your T. Higgins conversation. We know. You want everybody to get paid. I get it.
Hey, you only get one shot to be in that position. Hell right.
I get it.
I get it.
He's seeing shitty quarterback play.
If the Niners decided to cut Brock Purdy, which they would never do, they franchise him first. I guarantee you Brock Purdy on the free market with these quarterback star teams will get Tua money. That's for sure.
JB, yeah, I thought you used to rock with Brock. What happened?
I did.
I'm just asking you a question. I thought you Brock could throw the dig route a little bit. He like his grit. Certain things about Brock you used to like. Maybe it was a year ago.
Yeah, no, I just said he threw a good dig route. Yay, he's fucking shitty quarterback.
That's all you care about.
Hey, he don't really have any elite traits. He's a better athlete than people think, but he got an average arm. He's got good anticipation, but decision making is inconsistent. But he's better than Tua in every way, shape, form, and fashion. And if I'm his agent, Tua just got this from the Dolphins. We're not taking a penny less.
There it is.
So then, what do you do if I offer you a penny less? What do you do?
Put the franchise tag on me. I'll take the QB franchise tag. That's probably almost 55, 60 million.
JB said, if I offer you a penny less, what you gonna do?
I take that.
I'm just saying. I want to see you put him to the fire. I want to see it.
Right.
Yeah, we're gonna pay you $30 million. What are you gonna do? Where are you going?
Little boy got 50.
I want to test this motherfucker's strength because I want to ask you a question real quick. Since we're gonna pay him so much fucking money, who's gonna take him?
Little boy.
Who's gonna pay him more money than $45 million in the NFL right now?
So Tua got 4 years, $212 million in his extension. 167 million guaranteed. So 212 divided by 4 is what, 54, 53 a year? No,
yeah,
I'm not taking 45.
That's not the question.
That's
not the question. The question is who's taking him and paying him over $45 million other than the Niners?
The Raiders.
The market,
the Raiders.
I guarantee you would get
No, they're not.
I guarantee
if he leaves the Niners, he's going to get pennies on the dollar if he leaves the Niners. Nobody's paying him.
Hey, JB,
he's a franchise quarterback, Shaun.
Hey, JB, let me ask you a question. No, I don't think he is, but let me ask you a question. With what we know about Brock Purdy, if you put him in this draft, would he be the number one pick in the draft over Ken Ward?
Yep.
Say less. Pay me my money. Because if you put... Hey, with what we know about Tua.
You asked me a question. What we know, because he's already played in the NFL. That's the question you asked me.
With what we know about Tua.
I also know it's the worst class in the NFL fucking history. Quarterback.
I agree. No, it's not the worst, but it's not a good one. With what we know about Tua, if you put Tua in this draft, will he be the number one pick in the draft? Hell no, because of the concussions. Absolutely not. And the Dolphins still paid him $53 million a year on average. 4 for 212. John Lynch, I don't want to hear it. Pay me.
Shaun, outside of that Draymond Green take, this might be your best day on the show. Like, you on fire right now.
Don't talk to me about triple single.
Did they pay Tua after the concussions?
Yes. Tua got paid this past year.
So if the Niners lowball, to your point, or to your standard, let's just say the guy that wants to pay everybody top dollar, everybody in the league should deserve $100 million. So if he gets the money, if he don't get what you're saying he deserves, who's going to pay him top-notch franchise quarterback dollar? No one. There ain't a quarterback. There's not a team out there that's going to say, "Oh fuck, Purdy is the fucking young Aaron Rodgers."
Are you serious?
They're not.
Are you serious?
Who?
If you think Sam Darnold is a prize free agent, Brock Purdy in this market this year with this incoming group of quarterbacks would guarantee get 4 for 212. Might get more than that.
Give me the team. I'm asking. I keep getting it. I don't get a team. You haven't mentioned a team yet.
Look at the draft. Tennessee need a quarterback. Cleveland need a quarterback. The Giants need a quarterback. Raiders need a quarterback. Jets need a quarterback. All it takes is one team, JB.
Right.
None of those teams, Shaun, have the money to pay this dude what you're saying.
The Raiders got the second most.
Cleveland's going to pay this dude that money with fucking Deshaun Watson under contract. You guys are crazy, homie.
Out there.
You guys are sounding fucking delusional. Who's going to pay him? How can the Cleveland Browns pay this guy $200 million when they got fucking? Come on now. We're not this dumb to sit up here and say we don't know the cap dollars.
The Raiders have the second most available cap room.
The Raiders can afford him. Yeah, the Raiders can
Cleveland out. Smitty, let's go down the list, homie. Since y'all know so much, Cleveland's out. They're not paying him.
Raiders got $100 million.
The Raiders have the second most cap available behind New England. And I agree with you. They're not taking they're not taking a rookie, but they're not going to pay Purdy.
We don't know that
franchise money.
He's a veteran guy. Been to Super Bowl.
They're not going to pay franchise money.
Raiders make sense.
Smitty, you guys keep jumping over the question. Who's paying him franchise money? He's not a franchise quarterback.
I don't think Tua's a franchise quarterback. I don't think Dak Prescott.
But he was the only thing in Miami, Shaun. He was the only thing there at the time. Nobody was available. There was nobody.
I don't know if he's a franchise quarterback.
Purdy's got more than Trevor Lawrence, and Trevor Lawrence got franchise quarterback.
Jimmy G at one point was the top. I'm saying this always happens every year. There's always a guy like
dog. You guys gotta put some context to this shit. You gotta ask yourself who was available at the time these guys signed.
Who's available now?
Come on now. That's my point. Aaron Rodgers, Russell Wilson, Justin Fields, Kirk Cousins, Sam Darnold, Kirk Cousins. Hold on, though. So all those veterans, though, are on rosters right now that are about to be available based on what Smitty and I said earlier. Sam Darnold's going to be the domino that falls. Either he stays or goes. There's no way I'm taking Brock Purdy over any of those guys right now.
You tripping.
I'm not.
You tripping.
Who are you gonna take? Who are you taking him over?
I'm taking him over all of them for age, for number one.
Age, right.
No. Let's make sure we rewind this, dog. I'm talking about a franchise quarterback, not a one-year gap fill. Right. Like, you're going to sign Brock Purdy to a 6-8 year deal for big dollars. Let's just say 4 year. You're going to sign Brock Purdy to a 4-year, $200 million deal?
I'm going to sign him to 400. I'm going to sign him to 4 for 2. The market is going to sign him to a 4-year, 200 plus. Here's why, JB. Because hey, say what you want about his level of capacity to be a franchise quarterback. Here's what the numbers say. In his 3 years, and actually not full, his 2.5 years as a starting quarterback, San Francisco, he's thrown for 9,518 yards, 64 touchdowns, and 27 interceptions, and ran for another 8 touchdowns. So I'm just telling you, it's not like he coming in with a blank resume.
Been to Super Bowl, been to an NFC championship.
Yeah, so the Frisco roster doesn't matter there.
Absolutely, it does.
Sam Darnold, man, his roster.
It's still his numbers.
Sam Darnold got praised for it, and he had amazing weapons all around him. We gave
listen, man. Listen, I think here's my humble opinion. My humble opinion is the Niners hold the cards. If they told him this is the dollar we're going to give you and you don't like it, go shop the market, he ain't getting what the Niners are going to offer him. That's my point. That's my point.
You tripping.
You guys disagree. And I'm telling you, give me the team that's going to do it.
This is a league. Hey,
don't keep saying you're tripping, but you ain't giving me a team yet.
You said the Raiders 30 times. You don't like the answer.
You don't pay him $40 million. The Raiders are not paying him $40 million.
You don't know Tennessee, the Giants, the Raiders, the Jets.
At one, when they got the first pick,
then they can go Abdul Carter.
Yep.
And still fix the quarterback position. He's a huge upgrade over Will Levis. Like, this is a league that gave Matt Flynn a big-time deal off of one game.
We get what the league has done. I'm saying
so why would they change their stripes?
There's a team out here. All I'm saying is the Niners hold the leverage, and they're not going to be matched. I don't believe. That's all I'm saying. There's not a team out there that's going to match the Niners' dollars. That's what I'm saying. I'm the Niners, and I'm Lynch. I'm telling Brock Purdy, this is the dollar amount to make our team better. Take it or leave it. That's what I'm saying. There ain't nobody salivating over Brock Purdy on their fucking team right now,
Hey, listen,
homie.
I gotta take this time. I like to give flowers while people still living. Shout out to the chat, man, for agreeing with your boy. Like, I knew y'all was a smart chat. This JB is tripping today. I don't know what the hell happened when he woke up this morning. He rolled out the wrong side of the bed. Maybe he fell out the bed. But he is on some bull and some shit.
Plural.
I'm right, but anyway.
You white. Yeah, we know that.
White and right.
All right, let's move on to one more topic before we go to our we'll end with some factor cap. Cowboys, they signed their standout defensive tackle Osa Odighizuwa to a 4-year, $80 million deal with 52 M's guaranteed. Odighizuwa is 26 years old, started all 17 games for Dallas in each of the past 3 seasons. Been very disruptive, had a career high 4.5 sacks in 23 QB hits last year, which is really good from the interior. If you know, you know. But let me ask you guys this, though. What does this signing mean for Micah Parsons? Does this have any impact at all? Shaun Shane said no. Tell us why.
Parsons don't get the bag regardless. When they did this deal, they knew they still had to pay Parsons. But to me, what this does is all you 6'5" guys out there trying to play basketball, put on some weight. You can go get 4.5 sacks and get $90 million guaranteed, $80 million contract, 50 guaranteed. That's good money.
That's really good money. And by the way, other
you 6'5" guys out there trying to stay skinny and lose weight, go put some weight on, baby. Go play that D-line.
Other news that happened yesterday in the Cowboys too. They actually restructured CeeDee Lamb's contract, which has created $20 million in salary cap space. So the Cowboys are actually being a lot more active this offseason than they have in recent off seasons. Obviously, we know free agency and was officially kicking off next week. So yeah, to your point, Mike is getting paid. There's no way he's not getting paid. He's the best player on their defense. You could arguably say the best player on the team, I would say. And I think all of these signs, I just think they just wanted to, I guess, secure the interior, right, and secure that total defensive line front. So I don't think this has anything to do with Michael's getting paid, JB.
Hey, so CeeDee Lamb being restructured is cool. T. Higgins, no go. Got it.
You know,
he already got paid,
is, right? You know, what restructuring is, right? You know,
he losing no money.
I know.
Yeah, that means if he has,
you know why they're doing that? You know why they're doing that? So they can get a number 2. So they get a number 2 wideout. That's what they're doing it for.
They should. Absolutely. They need one.
So it's Cincinnati then.
So Brandon Cooks is cooked.
Yeah. But Steve's not losing no money, though.
They need a number 2, homie.
So obviously, JB is tripping today. So let me talk to the chat.
Yeah, explain to him. I don't even
know. Here's what a contract restructure means. Let's say he has $70 million.
I get what it means, but it doesn't mean what it says.
And let's say he has $70 million left on his deal for the next 4 years. They can take $25 million of that $70 million and give it to him right now,
signing bonus or whatever,
signing bonus, and then they can break it down over the years post remaining the deal and lower the cap number for this year.
Thank you.
He ain't losing no money. He's not losing more money right now.
I didn't say he's losing money. I'm saying the team is
start off by saying
why is it so hard to understand? A bunch of fucking retards are in the chat. Number 1, that like you two.
All,
that's
shout
number 1.
Shout out to the chat.
Number 2, let's be real. What in the fuck is the difference in a team? Which I'm defending the team. What is the difference in restructuring to get you a number 2 wideout than what the fucking Bengals are doing to keep a number 2 wideout? That's my point. Why is it so fucking hard to understand, Mike Rose?
Why can't you understand? I've said multiple times, I don't fault the Bengals. I even gave you the domino analogy. The Bengals are just playing the game as the rules are currently construed. I ain't blaming the Bengals yet.
I get that, but there's no difference in the team doing what the team has to do, is my point.
So who's blaming the Bengals?
Huh?
You acting like T. Higgins is some kind of spoiled brat because he want to hit your market. That's what we going against.
No, I'm not.
You called him soft and said leave and look how shitty he's gonna be a bust.
No, I said stop defending these prima donnas when they hold out every year. They want more money and all this, but when they go fucking to another team, they're average Joes, and we get a shitty ass team.
You went on Justin Timberlake. You were talking about Cry Me a River. He only made 26. Don't backpedal now. Don't be Shadur Sanders. Don't get the ball and just start going backwards.
Speaking of Shadur Sanders, real quick, you and I discussed privately. and you said that Shadur is horrific privately. I'm just fucking with you. I'm just playing. So privately though, we talked about this topic. People are starting to continue to say that he's falling in the draft stock. Where are you at, real quick, before the show ends today? Where are you at with this whole take? I know you said there's a lot of people out there that I don't think see the big picture in Shadur Sanders. Where are you at with this whole thing that people are coming out there? I know TJ Houshmandzadeh, who Smitty works with, he's like, man, put your name on it. I agree. Put your fucking name on it if you're a guy saying that he is. But it keeps coming out. Is that just a personal attack? Is it delusion? Where are we at?
So I looked at it three different ways. Here's the first way. If you look at the 32 quarterback coaches in the National Football League, less than 75% of those guys has ever actually developed a quarterback.
That's what I told Smitty yesterday.
So to have a guy that's never developed their quarterback, and here's what I mean, chat, public, if this goes out to everybody, I'm talking about taking a guy that's raw and turning him into an efficient, consistent player. Most of those guys in those rooms have never done that. They're just guys that know the OC system. He's comfortable that in the quarterback room, the verbiage is going to be the same. The tutelage as far as the system's going to be the same. Most of those guys can't develop a fucking quarterback. Number two, Shadur's got to be very cognizant of the fact that he's lived a very affluent lifestyle. He's had a lot of exposure. He's been around a lot of celebrities. So I could see where his natural behavior in 2025 could come off as arrogant and brash to somebody, even if it wasn't malicious. It's just like he's used to being around celebrities. So when he walks in a room of NFL execs, coaches, that's not celebrities to him. It might not be malicious, but you got to be cognizant of how other people are taking your mannerisms. Thirdly, people got to stop capping for Shadur. Listen, Shadur's a black quarterback. I would like nothing more than Shadur Sanders to go number one and be rookie of the year. But we got to be honest. When you look at his film, it leaves a lot to be desired from a trait standpoint. And if somebody's honest about what they see, it's not hating. So it's a threefolded thing. You got, to me, a unknowledgeable group of guys speaking on a black quarterback to begin with. Then you've got a black quarterback who may not be fully transparent with himself about how some of his idiosyncrasies come off to other people. Ooh. And then you got this whole group of just prime stands that are going to attack anybody that has anything of honesty to say about Shadur if it's negative in any way. It's real combustible. And the last thing I'll say is this. Shadur, be very careful, because when I came in the draft, I thought no matter what, I was getting past the San Francisco 49ers. They were picking like 24. They had told me, we are taking you if you were there at 24. And we got to 24, they went D-tackle. And I damn near thought the world had ended. So I just tell Shadur, be careful if maybe one of those teams is saying in the top 5 or 6, if you get to us, we're going to take you. Just be careful, because shit changes, shit moves around.
Yeah, I mean, Jermaine Johnson was top 10.
Like that.
Yeah. Hey, Jermaine Johnson was top 10. I'm sitting in the war room with him during the draft a couple years ago, and he drops to 26, and he thought the world was over.
Shit, Will Levis. They had told Will Levis he was going top 3.
Last thing before we go to Factor Cap, Shaun, it's real quick. Matter of fact, I'm going to add this to the Factor Cap. Factor Cap, y'all, brought to you by Prize Picks. Use promo code Coach JB.
Hey, hold on a second. Let me address something for a second. You fucks in the chat, you don't get to tell a black quarterback how to address a black quarterback. Okay? Get off your keyboard. Don't hit send when you're talking to me.
Y'all was smart a few minutes ago. Now y'all tripping. All right,
y'all. I'm just talking about to the ones that's not on my side now. I play favorites.
Factor Cap. The Vikings should go with J.J. McCarthy over Sam Darnold. Factor Cap, homie.
We all fucking Smitty don't do Factor Cap, so this is a fucking shit show. We don't even do Smitty don't do Factor Cap.
Take it over, JB.
Nah, I don't want to do it no more.
All right, end the show then. I'm not doing it.
Why would you sign the Sam Darnold we saw the last 2 weeks?
I just want to ask that one in there, JB, because I want
let's do it. Fact or cap, Smitty? Sam Darnold should be a fucking Viking.
Cap.
Fact, homie. He
Cap.
won 14 games. I'm not a huge Sam Darnold guy, but you gotta remove some of the comedic
Don't
part
cut
of our
off the black,
show.
don't cut off the black guy. Don't cut off the black
14-3, best year he had of his career. Why? Number one, why would he want to leave? Number two, if you're O'Connell, you're the Vikings. Why would you want a 14-winning regular season quarterback to leave your team?
Thank you. That's all you had to say. Smitty. That's basically all you had to say. So whatever Shaun says from here is cap. So that's all you had to say, Smitty. You were right on that one. Back on my side, Shaun loved JJ. He coached him. He loves him. He ain't never played it down in the NFL. He's hurt. We don't know if he's going to be Aaron Rodgers or fucking whoever he's going to be. Fact. Sam Darnold needs to stay. Go ahead, Shaun.
It's why infidelity ruins marriages.
Oh shit!
Like once you cheat, like even if your partner forgives you, it's like it's never really the same. Like so, once you saw Sam Darnold play in the last game of the regular season and that playoff game, like you never can look at him the same. Like you know that that's possible and that's probable. So why would I
thought you meant Smitty cheated on you and me because he brother and he took
why would I set myself up for that kind of failure and heartbreak intentionally again? No.
JB,
fact or cap? T. Higgins is a top 10 wide receiver in the NFL. Cap? No, he's not. Go.
Fact. Top 10, homie.
Double facts.
Great hands, great route running ability inside.
Better. They got that kind of size, speed, skill combination. And the production he has. Name 10.
And I got real receivers who
Justin Jefferson,
told me about that.
Amon St. Brown. I still take Mike Evans.
He's better than Amon St. Brown.
No, he's not.
Amon St. Brown is a hard worker.
Oh my God. Now it's just blasphemous. Now it's just blasphemous.
T. Higgins, bro, he's not better route running, more skill.
So I'm just gonna spit off the top of the fucking head. Terry McLaurin's better.
No, he's not.
Yeah, bullshit. CD Lamb's better. CD Lamb's better. Tyreek Hill's still out there. Jamar Chase, Mike Evans, fucking Stephon Diggs and healthy. Devontae St. Brown, AJ Brown, Nakua. Come on. He's not even top 20.
You need to get you some rest because your brain
He's not even top 20. Is he better than Shaun, be honest. Is he better than Nico Collins?
Yes.
No. Nico's
Shut
probably better.
up, Smitty.
I'm going to take Nico.
Homie, I'm not even in my bag yet. Is he better than
Amon St. Brown? He's better than Terry McLaurin. Who?
Is he better than Olave?
Who's Olave?
Is he better than Metcalf? Is he better than Metcalf? Is he better than Metcalf?
Yeah,
is he better than Garrett Wilson? Is he better than Garrett Wilson even?
Yes.
Come on. He's not even in the top 20.
We learned about Garrett Wilson last year, homie. Stop.
He's not even in the top 20.
You're tripping.
You tripping like Scottie Pippen. Walk with a
tripping.
You know I cooked y'all on that one. Anyway, fact or cap? Cowboys will trade Micah Parsons, Shaun.
Cap.
Big cap. I wish I had a helmet to put on. That's like that's the biggest cap. I need a big ass hat for that one.
I'm going to say fact. I'm going to say Jerry Jones is pissed off at the world for being shitty. I think everybody's calling him out. I think he's going to make some moves this year. If he don't, he'll probably just die a miserable man.
Let me ask you a question. Has Jerry Jones ever traded a big-time player? Did Herschel Walker get traded from the Vikings to the Cowboys or from the Cowboys to the Vikings?
Cowboys, 2.
So Herschel Walker may be the only one? He don't trade his star players. That's not his MO. That's not what he does.
He just cooked you, JB, on that one.
I don't know. Well, I'm trying to think of the guys he's traded, but I'm saying I don't know. Again, context matters at the time of the trade and when it possibly could have happened. Like we got Dion, they got Dion, huh?
Stop taking all my sayings, homie. 2 things can be true. Context matters. You got one more. Still, after that, we move on, homie.
Look at the free agents. Like I don't know. Did DeMarcus Ware get traded at the time? No. He was a pass rush.
No.
So I don't know.
Jerry don't trade his stars. He don't do that.
Not especially in their prime.
All right, factor cap, Shaun. Browns will draft a quarterback at number 2.
Cleveland?
Yep.
Cap.
That's black people shit what he just did, JB, by the way. You said the Browns will draft a quarterback at number 2. Cleveland. You knew exactly what Brown. He needed another second to think.
What happened was I went to the chat and I didn't hear him exactly. I'm gonna say cap on that because there's only one legitimate first-round quarterback in this draft, and that's Cam Ward. And he's not really a top pick of the draft, first-round player, but in this year's class, he has a chance to go 1. But to me, he's the only QB that's accomplished and has elite traits that I would attach first-round value to. And I just think it's going to be too hard. I think it's going to be too hard for Cleveland to pass up either Abdul Carter or Travis Hunter or have the option to take both of them to go with the second quarterback in this year's class. I just think that's going to be too – that wouldn't be smart to me.
Yeah, I'm the same thing.
I'm the same way. Yeah, they'll probably get Abdul Carter and then let Miles go. It's okay.
Yeah, I agree. Factor cap. Travis Hunter is the best player in this draft.
Facts.
Fact.
Best player.
Facts.
Hall of Fame future.
He would be unquestionably the number 1 wide receiver if he said, I only want to play wide receiver. He'd be unquestionably the number 1 cornerback if he said, I only want to play cornerback. He'd be number 1 at both positions.
Cap.
So he's better than Will Johnson. It's
no,
not
he's
as
not.
strong. Oh, you're tripping.
He's not
Will Johnson was a 4'6" guy.
Right, you tripping.
So is Travis Hunter.
Hey, man.
Stop.
Hey, Bailey, do me a favor. Man,
let me ask you something.
Erase that segment, man. I don't want that shit
Hey, Bailey.
said to ever get out to the public.
Hey, Shaun, let me ask you something. Why did he run a 40 then if he's so motherfucking fast?
You think when Travis runs his 40 that there's anything other than 4.3 something gonna come up on the screen?
Travis Hunter ain't no 4.3 guy.
Yes, he is.
Man,
yes, he is, homie. 4.38.
And he's gonna jump 40 plus. And he's gonna break 40 plus.
He's a freak, homie. You tripping?
I want to see 4.3.
Let's bet money on it right now. Let's bet money right now. Any money you want to bet?
You think he runs 4.3?
4.3 something, yes. Don't try to lock me on this.
No way. I think he's 4.5. I think he's 4.5 all day.
Bet $200 right now.
Hey, JB, I love you. You my homie.
Hey, Shaun,
hold on a second. But you've been on some bullshit today.
Good. Hey, Shaun, please explain to Smitty in the chat
every day
the clock from Big Five that you hold in the homies in the street and the one that they got that laser on your ass. It changes the time. Can you please explain that at least, Shaun? Just do me that solid. Please explain the difference between the laser and the fucking clock from Big Five. Please just let them know there's a difference. That's all I care.
All I know is Travis gonna run sub 4.4.
I've seen Travis put people off the screen. Is what I'm trying to say.
And listen, you guys in the chat that's talking about 4.5, y'all have lost y'all damn mind.
I'll see people go off the screen, homie. So
Travis might backpedal 4.5.
Right.
You know, y'all said that about Jimmy Horn or whatever too. That motherfucker ran before.
We never said that. No. For real. No. Before we leave the show, when you say y'all said, where are you getting this information? Are you talking to yourself? Are you drunk? Are you having bad dreams?
About what?
People be telling you stuff, and then you say we said it. We ain't said nothing about Jimmy Horn.
You guys all year long say he's one of the best receivers in football. Smitty, you and Bailey and Matt. Now I'm not gonna put Shaun in there because Shaun called y'all out on it. You, Matt, and Bailey said they had the best wideout core in fucking
y'all
football.
Did say that.
No, stop. Matt. Yeah, Matt said that.
No, you did, homie. You agreed to that shit. You agreed to that shit. Stop.
Matt said
hey, you know what's funny? And I love Matt to death, man, but he cracks me up.
9-10.
During the season, man, right before the Kansas game, right? Matt said that Colorado was a college football playoff team. He was so happy with how good a job the O-line coach has done. That Travis Hunter and Shadur Sanders were unquestioned the number 1-2 pick in the draft. Now that the season's over, now that the season's over, all of a sudden it's the worst O-line we've ever had. We couldn't run the ball. That's why Shadur. It's like, God damn, man. Oh my God!
Hey, shout out! Sean Salisbury and I have a show on Rumble every day. We'll be on today with the great Herm Edwards. He'll be joining us today on Unpaved. Unpaved on Rumble, 12 p.m. Pacific. Herm Edwards joins Sean Salisbury and I. Don't miss it on Rumble. So, Sean, love you. Appreciate you joining in. You were wrong all day, and we'll see you Friday.
Shout out to the chat, baby. Shout out to the chat.
Fuck the chat. And Smitty, we'll see you tomorrow. And fuck the chat and anyone that likes Sean and Smitty over me.
Hey, bring me back 1 second. I got a poll question, and JB needs to put it up for Friday. You guys got till Friday to participate. Go participate now. Also, subscribe and like. Hit those buttons for us. We got to have a rule. If I text Smitty again and he don't respond to my text, should I take Smitty out of my contact list? I want you guys in the poll, in the chat, to tell me what you think about that. Is a friend a real friend if they leave you on red? They read it and didn't respond.
Context to that, like if you are fucking with a broad or a guy and they don't respond when you go to bed at night, I delete them out of my thing. Because that means you fucking, you're not interested, or you bullshit. So I take you out. So it's very simple. It's a very similar question to that, Smitty, because you know damn well if I don't get a response at night, I'm done. I'm out. What about you?
I saw his text. I was busy and I forgot to hit him back. So
I just wanted to check. Hey, somebody in the chat said leak his number, then block him.
That's even a slap in the face.
Of course I saw
you should at least can't you like it, like the heart or something, the little gay shit.
Like JB, I guess I'm chopped liver. I bet if LaShawn McCoy would have texted him, or Keyshawn would have texted him, or Paul Pierce would have texted him, his little Fox game, he'd have hit them back. But his compadre from Coach Smitty,
how I pay my bills,
JB, and Smitty show, he leave me on red.
That's how I pay my bills, homie. But I had a busy day. I had to pick my car from Pep.
How you know it's on red? How you know it's red? Like how you know he read it?
So if you got an iPhone, it pops up.
It tells you, let you change it. I don't change my shit. I want people to know I read it. I'm not scared of the smoke. I had worked all day. Went to get my car from Pep Boys. They told me they couldn't figure out which connector was wrong. Told me to take it to the dealership. Did that. Had to come home. Make sure the wife had something to eat. Went to the grocery store. Had to work. I had a lot of shit going on. I was stressed out last night. I wasn't in the mood to talk.
First of all, can we be honest? The first problem we have here in that whole conversation is my point to you about the when I fuck with you about being young. You don't go to Pet Boys, homie. That's just the fucking first problem we got right out the gate. Pet Boys just told me everything I need to know about you.
Thank you.
I am all for the development of growth of Smitty. So chat, let me know. Is Smitty a good friend? Is a good friend no matter what their day was like?
Question keep changing. So
no matter what their day was like, is he a good friend if he reads your shit? Now it's not like I hit him up.
So Shaun, fuck my day. Fuck what I got going on, personal. Me and the wife might be having stuff going on, family, my job, money might be tight, car, fuck everything I got going on. When Shaun King calls, you answer and you hit him back immediately.
Hey, Chat.
No matter what I got going on.
Hey, Chat, don't let him escape this. Chat, tell me he couldn't at least. Hey, tell me he couldn't at least hit back. Hey, busy big dog. Can I hit you tomorrow?
I'm on the show now. He on 3 days a week now. He had the whole rundown.
Then you got unpaid after that.
I got unpaid. I got all this shit going on.
You a guest on Bailey and Matt after that.
Who?
Shaun, you guess?
Nah, Matt only had me on this show once. I'm not on Matt's guest list. I'm on Bailey's, but not Matt's.
Hey, JB hustling right now. He's trying to get his fucking money. You got to pay for that yacht. You got to pay for that yacht, don't you?
Hey, shout out to hey, Smitty, who I got to shout out to? I'm like, Smitty and Bailey runs like 12 shows. I'm on them. I'm just on the motherfuckers.
Oh, shit.
Hey, whole question. Would you rather be on the show or run the show?
I don't know. It's a good question, homie. Bailey, he worked out for 40 minutes. The rest of the time, he fucking cutting clips and running shows.
You think Bailey worked
on
out?
5 shows? I'm fucking behind the scenes on 5 shows. I do too. Like, it's fucking crazy right now. We gotta get a deal. We need a deal, right? So.
Yeah, we need I need a deal ASAP.
Armour.
All right, man. Great show. We're out. We'll see you tomorrow.
Don't call me.
See you tomorrow, Steve Kim. We'll see you tomorrow. Don't miss Unpaved. Peace.